show coming from the RAC store. With this back in the Mac in the back flow. Let's go, chillin' with raccoons by the back door. Take calls so you can stake more. All I wanna do is making dough, right? But I found this crew and doing alright. We wreck, will bitch, ready to fight. So many raccoons ready for the boss life. I might fly high like a kite, right? But always ready for a shite for the right price. Raccoon supply has the right price. Giving you respect if it's likewise. So I'm buying all the mean guys with the clean heart. Read between lies, laser beam through lean eyes. Warrior with clean lies, trash mouth, mean smile, be wise. NFT wise, fuck with these guys. It's the RAC lab from the back lab. 100 NFTs in my backpack. Crazy RAC lab from the stash app.
Good morning, RAC FM. Today is Tuesday, the 18th of April, 2023, and this is your NFT. He said what? He said I sound like a fucking pirate? Fuck him. I'll say this intro any way I want. Maybe that serves him right. I'm sorry, just a second. Maybe it serves him right for not doing a fucking intro. Yeah, did you ever think of that? Well, then you better tell him. Oh, I'm not gonna fucking tell him I'm busy right now. He's not even up right now anyway, so who cares? Alright, whatever. This is NFT Roundtable number 7 with Lex, except Lex isn't here because apparently it's in fashion to make a plan with somebody and then completely grift them and not show up. I'm just kidding. I have no idea what happened. But this is the NFT Roundtable 7 with Lex, not Lex. Sorry, I keep reading the thing. Lex isn't there. It's just a few Coles to start out. Coles? Is that what he calls them? Coles? So dumb. With all the homies.
You chads will be in for a fucking show. Put it that way. Robo's right in the fucking mood today. I tell ya, I've been up all fucking night. I'm fucking raring to go, me. Oh, we've got your man Bubble Butt in there.
Okay, I'm gonna just jump right back in here because I'm the editor. Did you hear the way his audio was like cutting in and out? Here, hold on a sec. Listen to this.
Fucking show. Put it that way, Rob.
Ah, right there. Did you hear that? What a fucking pleb. All right, I just wanted to say that.
Get up, Bubble Butt. So we've got Finn in, obviously fucking recording, straight in there on time to capture the audio. And we've got your man Bubble Butt, the fucking three of us, the three amigos. Fucking Billy no mates here, Gonna get it kicking right off tonight about, let's see, Mr. Salty. Let's fucking see what your man Bonzi's got to say about it, to see if we can fucking start the riots off tonight, shall we? I'll wait until the joint to do a bit of a beginning anyway.
But he doesn't, does he? Unless I miss something, and I mean that's possible. I definitely don't listen to all 3 hours of this shit. But I've been doing this long enough to know what Robo doing an intro looks like. And, just saying, I don't see one, so...
Didn't mind me, guys, rambling. Just fucking get this out on my own account. Finn, are you going to come in on your proper account? Come on, for the culture. You did all right the last time. Not that you need much practice, like. I just want you to come and troll Wolfman with me. Where the fuck is everyone? Is there another space going on or something? What the fuck? They're a bit slow, aren't they? And Beto, I don't know where our fucking panelists are, like, bro. 420's coming up, man. I'm buzzing. 420's tomorrow, right? Finn's gonna drop that fucking rap. Oh my goodness, imagine the smell. Imagine the fucking smell. Ah, there's Mr. Bonzi there, just jumped in the room. Here we go, bro. Let's get you in. Right, hello, Mr. Bonzi. I'm not too bad at all, mate. I'm glad you're here, yeah, buddy? You all right?
Oh yeah, no, I took like a break for the past 2 days. Like I've been trying to do this more, right? Where like I take like a day or two and step away from like the Discord, Twitter, and then I always got Gray always asking me like, "Where were you?" And I'm like, "Dude, like I don't know. I'm just trying to not have 7 days a week anymore."
Oh, dude, that's not healthy, man, is it? It's not at all.
Like it's like different, right? Because like in total, it's like less work, but like messages come through at all times of the day. So it's like more of just having to constantly like be available like 100% of the time. Whereas normally, the old job I worked at, right? Like it's like usually, unless it's busy, it's like you are there from 8:30 to 5, and then after that you don't have to worry about it until the next morning.
Well, mate, you've been working overtime by the sounds of it lately. Fucking, I don't know how many hours you've got in the day, right?
Yeah.
You seem to be on fire at the minute.
Yeah, I try not to try not to keep track.
So, bro, anyway, I know we haven't even started yet, but congratulations, dude. On obviously like the game launch and stuff, but fucking hell, man. What fucking goes on, Bonzi? Like, before everybody jumps on, what goes on with these fucking haters? And didn't worry, Finn can cut this out if he wants, right? We're just waiting for the room to fill up. Yeah, I was a couple of minutes late. But like, bro, like, what's going on with these haters, Bonzi?
That guy, so I talked to him, and I mean, the guy's just like a moron. Like, he's not, his bio is a meme, and that was causing problems for like Stargaze too, because people thought he was like an actual dev for the Stargaze team. I messaged the guy. I was just like, hey, like, you need to change your bio. It's causing problems for like, the platform of that one project, like you shill, and it's just a bad look for everyone, right? Like, so that normally, I mean, I'm outspoken, but I was like, that one, I was like, no, I might gaslight it. I'm like, hey, you feel free to come at me, right?
I just thought it was a bit of a dick move in the way it was presented. Like, you can, like, I mean, in crypto, in Web3, right, anybody can, like, query or question or challenge, like, pretty much everything. If it's on chain, it's there, isn't it, right? But I think the way that some people try to do it, clearly just trying to engagement farm, clearly trying to just put the numbers up a little bit, right?
Oh, 100%. And like, I know with ours too, right? It's like, dude, like right now I don't even consider it version 1. Like iOS, and I've been super upfront about this. I shared it on Twitter too, but like we got flagged, of course, for additional review. So now it's like iOS was ready as of last on 4.12 or 4.13, but like now we're just at the mercy of like that getting approved. So like, we won't, I think it's like 60% of users that use mobile, 60% use iOS and not Android. So like, we can't really like expect to see anything there until we have the App Store version live. And then beyond that, like, we're still building out multiplayer, which is, like 2 to 4 weeks away. So it's like, our version 1 is not here until those two things are done. So it's like, it's a slow rollout, but like we kind of want this because now we already have feedback on things that otherwise, if it all came out at once, it'd be more of a pain to try to handle it then versus an update that we can push in a day or two.
Well, Bonzi, I mean, I didn't really want to get into full-blown conversation because we'll have to welcome everybody. But you're an honest speaker. I mean, are you personally happy yourself, like with kind of like how you've been doing in regards like the delivery, the execution on your timelines and stuff, your roadmap or whatever? You're happy at the minute, yeah?
Oh, definitely. I mean, like the biggest thing that we had to push back was our initial release date. And this is when I was trying to like forecast this out in April and May, and it was dumb for me to give like estimates, right? But like shy of that, everything has come as expected. And the things that haven't come have been because, we're waiting on something else to be done. So like Apple, reviewing this time. But I was like, no, timelines, like I'm totally happy with like, a gaming project that it relatively hits its timelines. Like that's, you don't see that a lot in the NFT space.
Well, Bonzi, I highly appreciate you jumping in again today. You've been one of the mainstays. The fact that the two of you and Jacob, very quickly before I say hello to Jacob, and I know he was up here first, I just want to say cheers to Finn for grabbing the co-host. Hiya, Finn.
Cheers. What's good, y'all? I just want to say I watched a lot of Code Monkeys. I don't know if you guys watched that cartoon a long time ago, but it's literally funniest thing to me watching this play out in Web3 and like watching people learn that it's not just fun making a game. and what all these actual game design houses have been doing for like decades with like betas and pre-tests and tests before like the end user ever sees a game. And even then some of those get rushed, but like just the amount of time and work it takes, I think it's super cute watching this play out again, Code Monkey fashion. If you don't know the reference, I would definitely check it out. But yeah, Bbandz game, I finally got it to work on my phone, and I'm not a big card gamer, so I loaded it up and I was like, all right, I know absolutely not what the fuck I'm doing, and I exited it. And yeah, I did make my wallet though, so I'm excited for the next version.
No, definitely. And yeah, that's like the biggest thing that I've always like, I just don't have like enough time in the day to like always like do like the marketing right. I know how to do it, but I rather like get the things out and then like focus on it later. Like I've never been like, I hate the idea of like having to rely on hype to get like a mint out. I knew when we posted this collection at 10K, that's a huge perception issue. I know what the number was to make it do the best, and the number was a size of about 35 to 4,000, and then upping the price a bit more. But like, I really just don't like designing it in a way that won't work long term. So I'm fine with like having the slower mint, and then like once the single player comes out, I think that's where people can like really appreciate the fact that like, okay, yeah, you can like use this right away, right? And then we build off of that as our like starting point.
Right. Well, fresh off the streets of New York, we have Mr. Sir Jacob in the room. Hello there, Jacob. Welcome, sir.
Hey, thank you for having me. How you been, man?
No worries, mate.
Yeah,
you look like you've been enjoying yourself the last week or so, yeah?
Yeah, it's been a blast going to New York, like meeting everybody in a sense. I met Shane, like a bunch of other Stargaze project. Yeah, you should have been there.
What was it like? What was it like meeting Joe? Sorry, Finn. What was it like meeting Joe? Does he look like that in real life, does he?
Yeah, a little look like that. Except he's a little bit shorter, but that's about it.
He's a bit shorter, did you hear that, Finn?
It's the Tom Cruise thing, right? Like he always looks tall in his movies, and then you see him like IRL and he's like 4'3" or some shit. No, I was gonna ask though, was this your first time in America, and was New York like your first time here?
No.
Because that's kind of a shithole for you to see for your first time if it was.
No, so I live in USA for a long time. I moved there when I was 15, so I've been living there since.
Oh well, shit.
Yeah, so
you just like took a cab.
Yeah. So
I
live in New Jersey, so I just drove to New York and kind of like every day in a sense.
Wait, is Joe one of your teachers?
No.
Oh, please tell me he is.
It's definitely.
How old are you, bro?
That was the first time I met Joe.
Okay.
So I'm only 23 actually.
Okay, so he could be one of your teachers.
He could be one of my teachers, yeah. But Joe is cool, I'm not gonna lie. And funny thing is, I won his first raffle for like the happy hour. And the funny thing is, I could have won the number one NFTs because he didn't even know.
Well, yeah, you know those are all rigged, right? You just gotta like DM him and be like, "Hey, I want that," and he'll be like, "All right, bet, I got you."
No, because he
I'm
was
just kidding.
he was doing like a raffle for like the first class like happy hour, like he's been doing every week for like his Twitter space, and it was like, I'm raffling afterlife NFTs, and you could pick whatever you want. Before knowing, so I could have get the number one because he didn't even know, and I didn't even know too. So that would have been funny.
Is he actually raffling that thing off? Because I offered him, because I noticed that unfortunately he's not a member of the network, which is probably the most exclusive group in the cosmos right now. And I happen to have the most rare Pixel Wizard network trait. So I was like, hey, I'll trade you. You give me that thing and like 20,000 stars, and this network thing's yours. And he just left me on red. So whatever.
Yeah, it's not the raffling anymore. That was before, so.
I do want to ask, actually. I mean, while we're talking about it, we might as well just kick off. Because I was asking you guys about like meme collections and that the other week. And after the film...
Hey, fix your Is it just me or is that him?
Yeah, I can hear you too. Robo.
Okay. Robo, fix your shit, man. Come on.
That were like selling out.
Come on, man.
Why do you after the filter had such a big following, people like desperate for them, Jake Hartnell tweeting about them, blah blah blah? Is it because of like the Bad Kids connection, or do you think it's actually the art, or what?
Whoa, let's not act like Jake Hartnell tweeting about that shit's anything special. We had him changing his fucking PFP to a Joe. I mean, come on. This isn't exactly climbing Mount Everest here, if you know what I mean. He's a cool dude. I'm just saying, like, it's not that hard. I mean, we got fucking Do Kwon to change his face to a Joe, and then it ended up in some SEC papers. So, I mean, you know, let's not use that as the bar, okay?
So why then, Finn? Why, before we go on to the guests, like, why do you think something like After the Filter had such a, because it was quite fanatical following?
It's OG. It's Bad Kid. It's OG shit. People like that OG shit. It's the same reason the Galactic Punks over on Terra had such a mad hype. My homie traded one for a fucking Tesla car back before the crash. Like, they were crazy. It's same exact thing here, just playing out on slightly smaller scale. And that's all they're the OGs. And it's cool art. I mean, not the original ones, but that new collection, that I like that way more than that stupid fucking like pedo drawing looking shit, you know?
That's what I was about to say. So the aesthetics, because it's a very, very, very different, like completely different collection. There's no connection between the two, like any of the projects when you actually look at them, right? So for you, it's just like aesthetics, purely an art thing, right?
Well, kind of. And it's got a darker feel to it, which I vibed with. And to me, it seemed like they were like fast forwarding what the Bad Kids went through with like some crazy shit. I don't know. I don't keep up with the lore, but like in my mind, just from the little bits and pieces I gathered from it, that's what I had put together. And that seemed like a cool vibe, you know? Did I buy one? Fuck no. But it's a cool vibe.
Yeah, I met the founder of the Bad Kids in New York. He's a cool guy. So yeah, that's all I can say.
Yeah, people like collecting that kind of like OG shit, and that's especially when it's decent, you know, it's cool.
Yeah, and also Bad Kids kind of unique by himself, so I feel like he might give like the Cosmos a feel of like Bored Ape in this thing, but I don't know. Who knows?
I'm wondering if so Bonzi, when you're like deeply involved in like your own game and stuff, do you actually still like trade on the NFT markets and that? Did you get a grab it after the filter or what?
So normally I actually do very little trading. I've started trying to change this a little bit because a lot of people always ask me, "Did you get one?"
I can't hear him. I'm getting rugged. Yeah.
Am I?
No, I can't.
Am I getting rugged?
I can hear.
Nah, we can hear you. Yeah, it's Robo shit.
Okay.
He's just probably gonna pop out and pop back in, but you go ahead and continue, man.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I rarely like trade NFTs. I will usually buy one now. If you look at my wallet, I tend to hold one from the projects I work with and no more. The one project I went super heavy into was the Lonely Astro Club. I bought 160 at mint. I flipped most of them. But generally speaking, I only do flipping if I buy NFTs, just because like I don't have time to keep up with like all the projects, what they're doing, you know, this and that. Like even Skellies. I work with EJ the most. I own 2 Skellies and 2 spaceships. That's it. So Lonely Astro was the first one I went heavy into. And then after the filter, the night that Marketplace opened, I flipped a single NFT, bought it 2,900 stars and sold it for 5,500 stars. So that was my extent.
Fuck yeah. A nice little, a humble 2x, nothing to be ashamed about.
Yeah, no. And I mean, I dig the art too. I like it way more than Bad Kids.
That's always my problem is like the stuff I tend to buy, unless it's like a project I like the people of, which I tend to support. But like if I like the art, I always have a hard time selling it because I'm like, I could flip this for like a 5x right now, but I like it. And I'm not starving yet. I mean, not yet. So I'm just going to hold on to it. Yeah,
no, I definitely feel that. I had I bought a bunch of the the TSAS mutants when they were like hovering around 1,300 stars. And I flipped, most of them, but I kept my favorite one. I finally got my favorite one in the collection, and it was going for like 5,000 or 6,000 stars. I'm like, I can't sell it. I was like, I literally got my favorite one in the collection, and so I can't sell it, even though it, would have been like a 6 or 7x at the time between the stars difference and the stars token price that I bought it at.
You back with us, Robo? You get your internet sorted out there?
Yeah, and I got back in quite quickly, so I caught what Bbandz says there. I'm just laughing at Ambedo in the group chat, the RAC FM group chat. I'm laughing my head off because he's like, bad kids. He said they're popular because it was the cabal that decided it was the chosen collection.
I mean, that's how it all works, right? It's all worth what people all together agree that it's worth, And if that's the chosen collection for the month or the year or whatever it is, then that's the one,
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Right. Well, we'll be getting this show kicked off properly. Oh, we've got Reese Meister down there as well now. Fantastic. Hey, congratulations, Reese, on version 14. Fantastic work. And guys, actually, before we really kick off this show properly, I do just want to say a couple of words. Obviously, the NFT community in Cosmos, heard some bad news this week. And I just want to say, all of us at RAC FM, we send our love, our thoughts, our condolences to everybody associated with the gentleman. He was a very, very, very nice guy from what I heard and spoke to. And we just, we hope at RAC FM that they're not grieving for too long because he wouldn't want them to. And, I hope that they'll go out there and think it's their mission to spread some joy and love and happiness in the world and make people laugh, because that's what your man would want. So, we just want to the whole Krusty Critters farm and everybody who just want to tell Brandon that, dude, we love you. Sleep tight, man. All right. I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Can I say something silly? I didn't know. I thought they were ramping up for their mint because I would see their memes every now and again, and I never searched for the collection. And then today I saw it on the front page. I was like, oh, cool, it's finally out. And then I saw that shit. I was like, oh, all right. And so I minted some because the art is dope. But I didn't even know that shit was out. But yeah, it's crazy because we all know each other for long enough. Eventually, stuff like this is going to happen, and we're going to grieve together as a community. And it's an interesting concept doing it through the internet as opposed to, just real life grieving. So definitely our thoughts go out.
Well said, Finn. Well said. And actually, guys, we've done a couple of spaces the last couple of days since in the last 48 hours. And I thought, no, we'll wait for the day because today is the right time and the right place to be able to do it to show our respect, So, I mean, normally when we kick off, Bbandz, every single week, he's always got the thorns to our roses to kick off the show, right? But I might be the spicy one this week. Right. Okay. I didn't realize that this was an issue, right? I see some creators, particularly one creator, getting agitated about the fair burn mechanism on stars, saying that it's a joke. I didn't even realize, I don't know about you, but I didn't even realize this was still a fucking issue, or people were still going on complaining about it, blah, blah, blah. And obviously it gets a little bit deeper. So before we bring in Bbandz and then Jacob to comment on what's going on here, and are creators hard done by, or are creators are they wanting everything their own way? Where's the fine line between keeping a platform happy, functional and business-like and profitable, and then keeping your creators happy? But Finn, I mean, about what's happened in the last 24 hours. People melting off.
Let me just say, literally nobody cares. It's just one dude just trying to get engagement for himself. And I also want to say, shout out to Reese for single-handedly being the dude that's going to get my dream of being able to play Slam Crash on Juno to be a reality with those faster block times. So that's going to be dope.
And the Rocket game. You're forgetting about the Rocket game, are you?
Oh, bro, I keep pushing him go check out Slam. That's the game we need. Let's do it.
So I want to jump, when it comes to Stargaze, I'll often like refer to Bbandz, obviously, right? But Bonzi, you tell me, matey, right? What's going on? What's I think the Fairbairn was originally like 10, and then it was 5, and then it was 2.5, and people are like, well, it makes no difference. It's just like it's a show more than anything. What's going on, mate?
So it used to be when a creator sells, 10% of all funds went to a fee. We had to fight to make that 5%, so we cut it in half. So now creators receive 95% profits. That prop was going to fail unless I had talked to the team and a few validators to get their votes changed. Shane was probably the main driving factor to make that change happen. So of the 5% that gets burned now, 2.5% of it is burned, actually burned. The complaint that's coming up is that some creators think that there shouldn't be a burn at all. It's kind of a meme, and to an extent it somewhat is. But one of the things that, like, in my opinion, and this guy has messaged me about this before, and he's talked to me on Discord, and he told, I hate posturing with a goddamn passion. The guy tries to posture himself as if he's the good guy and I'm the bad guy. But he's like, I responded to someone else explaining how it went, and he said, well, we shouldn't have this burn at all. Like, it should go back to the creators, those who helped build. And I said, you are more than happy to start a Commonwealth post on it and put up a prop. I'll help you write it. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to fail. And then instead of, asking me why, he just made that post on Twitter. So, like, the thing is getting it from 10 to 5 was a massive fucking fight. There's no way in hell you're going to make it go from 5 to 2.5 and remove that. If he can do it, amazing. I will give my hats off to him, but nah, he's on a brigade without looking at what happened in the past when we moved it from 10 to 5. So that's the short take on it.
And quickly, what would you say about the cost of minting being too excessive, Bonzi? Do you agree with that, or do you think that's another wild statement?
So with this, right now, the idea of introducing gas fees has been talked about. I'm going to pretend like this is not on the table because it makes the conversation a lot easier to talk about. If we don't have gas fees, basically when we up the collection creation cost fee, right, from 1K stars to 3K stars, this hurt legitimate and illegitimate creators. Spam collections went way down, which increases user experience, increases the look of the platform, and stops people from getting rugged. This is good. To offset that cost to legitimate creators, we reduced the fee that creators pay from 10% to 5%. Spam collections don't benefit from this because they get very few real mints, where it has a very real and tangible effect to real creators. So these two moves together created a system where you see less spam collections, and then it also helping out real creators significantly more if the collection was worth anything, where the difference was more than 2,000 stars. So without gas fees, we need a higher initial collection creation fee. We just need it to make sure there's not a ton of spam. And then the primary mint fee, I think on a lot of places it might be like 2.5, 5, 7, 10, 15. It depends on where you're minting. I think 5 is good. I'm happy with 5. I think it's competitive. If we put it lower, like, as a creator, yeah, cool. Like, I appreciate that, but I really don't think it moves the needle anymore. Like 10% to 5%, that's a needle. Like, that moves it. 5 to like 2.5, I don't think that moves it much at all. And then that primary mint fee can also eat into developer royalties. So right now, one of the reasons this worked, I put up a prop today to increase developer royalties from essentially 0.5% of all primary mint proceeds to 2.5%. So a 500% increase, and then compared to the old system at 10%, it's still a 250% increase compared to the old system. So if you move that down, it's going to mess with developer royalties, and I think that's really like the main concern of moving that down much further.
Bonzi, because I really just want to quickly, do you think sometimes, and I'm not saying everybody all the time, but do you think like a lot or maybe a fair amount of like creators are a bit fucking selfish, like, and don't think enough about the protocol that's actually like delivering the service, yeah?
I would not actually say that. I think a lot of it comes down to, I'm going to say it, ignorance. Like a lot of people don't know like how things are being done. Like I had to ask the team like a ton of questions to figure out, because like I was like, what are we using these fees for? And like I don't think like a lot of people understand like the developer royalties. They don't know even the validators don't know the number. I'm like, I don't think it's common knowledge. So I think when you see a lot of these, it comes down to creators like might not understand. But far and wide, like I don't really see anything that is problematic being said by creators in general. I think this is more of a one-off case, whereas usually they're pretty in line and they make sense. I think generally creators have a good grasp on if something is not competitive and needs to be changed. I think in general they have been right on that in the past.
I know, it's weird, isn't it, right? The people who were like complaining, like nickel and diamond, are the ones that want more than 10% royalties, you know? They're like, why not have 15%? Why not have 20% royalties, you know? And it's like, dude, you can't have your cake and eat it. Jacob, what do you think? I mean, you're a dev yourself, right? A creator yourself, yeah? Are these creators a little bit spoiled, Jacob, or what? Where's the balance?
As of right now, I don't have any issue with the fee, because when you look at other platforms, that's like about the same. But if the community want to lower it to like 2.5%, like Sunny said, that's also good. So I don't really see any issue on it. It just, some creator might want to lower, so that's better for creator. But also, if you go to zero, that also doesn't bring like a fee, since Stargate doesn't have a fee yet. So, yeah, I think Bbandz.
Do you have any problems, Jacob? Did you have any problems with that kind of stuff, like the royalties or the mint fees with Loop or not? Or were you okay with that?
No, so far Loop, the fee right now is like close to 7%. Yeah, so that's the fee in Loop. So I don't really have any issue with the fee for the most part. But you know what happened to Loop, so there's a lot of people who don't like Loop, so which is understandable. So what I'm trying to do right now is just like keep working with them in a sense, and like because like I'm pretty transparent in everything I'm doing. So I hope everybody who's looking at minting a collection kind of like mint it for the sake of the collection, not just for like the platform itself, because the collection kind of like provide a value on itself. So we're just using Loop as like just a minting platform, but they're trying to do better in a sense. Yeah, so I don't want to go on Loop thing now. But,
well, I mean, that's good, because they certainly couldn't do any fucking worse. I mean, let's be real here.
Finn, I'm
sorry. I thought we were moving on. I'm sorry.
Finn, I know that you've just got into NFT creation. You are now officially an NFT creator, right?
Don't call me that. Don't ever.
I mean, what do you think about protocol fees versus them, trying to aid their tokenomics with burn mechanisms and stuff like that?
See, I think if you have awful tokenomics, you shouldn't add to the sell pressure by doing things like giving artists more of it to dump. Personally, I don't launch enough shit. I thought all the stuff I do is like photography stuff on Talus, and I don't even know what the fees are, honestly. I've never fucking looked. I just put pictures up there. I have Rust, I have Moss, whatever you need. I have your nature photography handled.
I just thought that outburst was a bit weird, and I mean, I know people can be plebtastic, especially at that time.
I just don't like Loop. I just really don't like Loop, and I really don't like to see people in our community continue to do business with them because I feel like they're just going to get grifted again. But obviously, we're all adults here. You do whatever the fuck you want. I just personally don't like them. That's all.
Yeah, but and we'll welcome Bbandz to the stage. But I just thought that was weird that, like, you know, Stargaze Man bad, and I'm like, fucking hell, where did this come from? You've launched 7 collections. Like, don't you need to be fucking a little bit grateful, like, for the people that provided you the platform to be able to, like, launch, like, what you've launched? Do you know what I mean?
Well, that guy, that's different. That's a whole list of issues that we don't have time to get into. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, you're not going to please everybody all the time, especially in a global sort of community. You can't do it you probably can't do it at your house. Like, how many people are in your house? How many of them are pleased with you right now? I bet it's not all of them. So it's just one of those things. It is what it is. And if people don't like it, there's other markets. Go fuck off and find something else, you know?
Hey, Bbandz.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Oh, I'm loving that voice, mate.
Big girl in the big city? Damn.
I put my big girl panties on and I went into the big city. I'm sorry. Okay, so listen, my voice is like weird. Like I can get like a couple sentences out and then it starts kind of like fading. It doesn't hurt. It just doesn't go.
4 words.
You can always tell a conference noob by the amount they lose their voice, because anybody that's like covered that shit knows you got to pace yourself because it's an endurance test, not a race. It's not like a dash.
Listen.
You were hollering and hooting the first night. On the bus, I bet.
No, sir. You can ask the people that were with me. I was on my best behavior. I wasn't screaming or anything. I think this is just like a fluke from like.
I mean, we kind of got pictures to like. We were actually able to feed all of the pictures that you guys posted to an AI, and it like measured the amount of like drunk that you guys got throughout the evening. It was pretty cool to watch, actually.
No, listen. Seriously, I like had like 4 drinks and like 15 bottles of water. I smoke way more weed than I drank, like straight up. Like, I'm not going to even lie. Like other people was waking up with like hangovers and shit and looking like shit the next day. And I was freaking prim and ready. I'm just saying.
That New York weed hit different though.
Right. So, guys, very important topic I want to touch on. And I'm glad Sabrestein's here as well, because she didn't get a moment of glory on Monday. So we'll help your woman out today. Excellent. Cheers, Finn. Guys, Omniflix Flix is launching tomorrow. Go on, Sabrestein. Yeah, do you want to jump in first, darling?
Sorry, I just want to say I can't believe Bbandz is coming up here and lying. I work until 3 in the morning.
What?
I work until
What?
I work until
What?
Yeah, the truth comes out. Interesting.
What?
I work until 3 in the morning on Friday nights. She calls me at like 1 a.m. my time, plastered, trying to show me all the cool things she's seeing. And I'm like, I'm at work. You have to relax.
No.
You can't be so
You absolute snitch.
Oh my God.
You absolute snitch.
Yo, I thought we was friends, girl.
Just like, look at all this.
That's it. Fair game.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. She called me at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I bet she went to bed right after because she's a boomer. So.
No,
feel free to utilize the Nest to post any of those screenshots if you'd like, and we'll let the community decide.
Also, I wanted to ask Finn just quickly before I go, what happened to Gary? Did he get fired?
Gary's out on a latte run. It's been 4 days. We're getting worried. That's all I'll say. I think he'll turn up at some point.
He ghosted you. Just move on. It's okay.
Gary left me on red. He got what he wanted and he moved on. He made his case. And then did you see him on that little chat on the fucking with the dude in the bow tie, just like talking down to him like a little bitch?
No.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
check I think it's in the Terrace Spaces timeline. It was a retweet, but it's a video of, I forget who the dude is, but he's asking him like, is ETH a security or is it a commodity? And he just like, he kept going. Oh, it was so good. But yeah, I think Gary's still trying to pull that dude's bow tie foot out of his ass.
Shaky.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go now because you guys got back to
No, Sabrestein, hang around if you can, because you can take EJ's place tonight, yeah?
Oh God, I can't say anything like what EJ. I can talk shit, but that's about it.
Stay up, woman, stay up if you want, I'm telling you. No worries. Because we're going to talk about flicks, because this came up on Monday, and our two calls are here, right? We've got Jacob and Bonzi. So we'll find out what Jacob thinks first, right? Some people seem to think that OmniFlix is some kind of threat or challenge or rival to Stargaze. Now, I just don't see it. I see them as two completely different things that complement each other very well. What do you think, Jacob? There's a lot of people that think it's competition, and then there's sensible people like me that thinks it's not competition. What do you think about Stargaze and Flix?
Like for me, for OmniFlix and Stargaze, I don't really have an answer for that. It's kind of like OmniFlix been working on the platform for a while now. You could literally launch a collection from them for a while. They didn't have a token, so now they have a token. So it's just a matter of like what the community think is the best, because Stargaze is building some feature. OmniFlix is building some cool stuff too. So I would say they're more like supplement each other, but you all depend on like what happened with like the Cosmos ecosystem. But as of right now, Stargaze as an early start. So let's see what happens. But I like both platforms, but I haven't launched anything on OmniFlix yet. But as of right now, Stargaze is kind of like the king, but you never know. So let's see, because I don't really know.
Yeah, your man, Machine Gun Kelly. What did he say? When your idols become your rivals, right? Like that's what I was meaning, Jacob. Though I think they're very, very different from one another in the fact that the fact that like I say, like OmniFlix is this like multimedia platform, right, where you can create your content and publicize it, right, monetize it. But I see Stargaze as that traditional NFT. PFP site. Yeah, they're going to have additional features in the future. Yeah, I think they'll have like game facilities, maybe like a game and SDK eventually. But truthfully, I look at Stargaze and OmniFlix and I just don't see where there's competition. Let's see what Bonzi says about it, though. He might have a different viewpoint as normal.
No, I actually like completely agree. I talked about it's been a while since I mentioned this, but like I like what OmniFlix is doing because they're focused on a much more like niche market. So like if Stargaze started trying to go into developing things that OmniFlix is doing in their niche, I would think that would be a huge mistake on Stargaze's spot. And I think they complement each other. I think it's like long term, once you can see like NFTs, be like cross chain, whatever, like OmniFlix has a good niche and it's a hard niche to get into. If you have the spot with the dominant marketplace trading, not worth fighting for the niche. It's a niche. It's not a mainstream popularity thing. There's not going to be, a ton of artists fighting for it. Let OmniFlix like rule king there and like carve out a spot for themselves. And I think it complements each other. It's not competition.
I think it's really dope to have multiple marketplaces like this so that we can get TFM in there with their NFT curation stuff and then be able to drive some actual market action. Yeah, that's what I'm excited.
That's what I was about to say too. Yeah, TFM is doing some cool stuff. I can't wait. I saw like some of the early sneak peek. I'm like, geez, I'm about to be awesome. Like one platform to trade all NFTs. That's what I need.
Bbandz, what do you think? Any opinion?
No.
Oh, woman, a few words. I know you got a bad voice. Have you done anything over on OmniFlix, Bbandz? Have you done anything?
Yes.
Hell yeah. I brought the noob up because he's a collector, a developer, collector, a Dovlector, a Hannibal Lecter. He's got a cool collection up. I got some stuff on OmniFlix, but like in my head, just because of the way I was trained, I always go to Stargaze. But if we learned anything from the pre-crash Terra, when we had like 5 or 6 marketplaces going, I think like 5, maybe 4, 5, I think with Messier, having something like TFM becomes super, super important because it gets really ridiculous, especially when marketplaces start striking their exclusivity deals. So you can only get these here or there. It sucks having to go to each spot and deal with their different little quirks when you can just hit TFM. And one day maybe they'll pay me for saying this, but they don't yet. And be able to just get all your shopping done right there. I think that'll be super, super dope.
Finn, while we've got you on, what do you think about a platform? Obviously, we've got some platforms where you can and some where you can't. What do you think about this like multi-currency, like what on OmniFlix, where you could pay like in Atom or Osmo or Juno or blah blah?
I mean, like for me, I'm not like a sovereign citizen, but I'm a citizen of the planet. I don't really see these weird invisible lines and borders and stuff like a fucking hippie. That's what my mom would say. But like, I think that let the people pay with whatever the fuck they want. If people want to pay with Roar, like do the swap on the back end, let them know there's probably going to be some fucking slippage and like swap it. Like who cares? It's all, at the end of the day, it's all Bitcoin. No, it's not all Bitcoin, but you know what I'm saying.
I certainly do. Do you want to quickly welcome your guest up, dude?
Yeah, the HedNoob. What's up, Noob? Good to have you out, man.
Hey guys, how's it going? So I wanted to just give everybody a second quick to remember your place. I don't want to just totally interject and change topic and everything. So 3, 2, 1, remember what you guys were talking about. So I put together a bounty board for Krusty Critters. Krusty Critters is the project on Stargaze who lost a team member, Brandon. I put out a call for Stargaze to kind of unite and to hopefully donate some NFTs for the cause to give away for their mint. We received 2 bad kids, 6 after the filter, 3 yield bots, 2, 3 humans, 3 Astros. I mean, 2 watchers from ONFT. We got a bunch of big NFTs to give away. So I'm just trying to spread the word. Brandon was a great guy. He really loved NFTs. He loved the space. He loved Krusty Critters. So I'd love nothing more than to see their project mint out. So don't mint noobs, mint Krusty Critters. By all means, please, everybody try to help out in any way that you can. It's a great project, a great team of people who could really use it right now. So I appreciate the time.
Okay,
everybody, you can go back to what you were talking about, and sorry.
Oh, my sweet, sweet Noob. Here's what you do. Burn all those watchers. Just go ahead and burn those. Send me one of those after the filters, and then we'll donate the rest. Perfect. Thanks for coming up, yo.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Take care, brother. Take care. Yeah. We said some nice words tonight. Yeah. Much love, yeah.
Sorry, now I'm looking at TFM.
So wait, are we supposed? So
NFTs.
we're supposed to burn our watchers?
No, I was kidding. Don't do that. I mean, if you want, but
I didn't know because I was waiting for Branch, so I didn't know if I had to burn my watchers so I could get Branch.
Well, Finn's at war. Finn's at war right now. So, like, if you burn them, you'd be supporting Finn.
Don't even call it that. It's not a war. It's literally nothing. It's totally fine.
What are you talking about, Finn? I'm curious.
Finn had a fight last night. People
Is that what fights are now? Oh my God, that is so weird.
Wait, hold on. Did you had a conversation with somebody that was confrontational and people are saying it's a fight?
Yeah, this kid, he stepped on. Listen, he stepped on my Nikes. I fucking dropped him, and then that was it. He woke up 5 minutes later, talked about how big his dick was for like 2 hours, and then everyone told him to go the fuck home. I mean, I don't know how else to put that.
Weird. Bbandz got that bad. Listen, he was in the Discord. He was in the Discord group crying, right? And they put him in the sin bin. They were like, dude, we can't cope with this. You're banned for an hour. And they put him in the sin bin in the rec gang chat.
I mean, Liquid did that to both of us. He's like, you both said your GNs. Fuck off now or something. And then he muted us for an hour. But I had already walked away at that point. So
wait, my question is like, so I missed what happened. Can somebody give me TLDR real quick? Like,
TLDR, nothing happened. I'll tell you later. It's literally nothing though, and nothing we should be taking up precious RAC FM airtime. Do you know how much these fuckers charge for their airtime? I was looking at some of these ad sheets from the new CFO. It's so crazy. Each minute. Oh. So yeah, we should carry on.
So since there was props up for the second round of funding, I saw. I just want to ask the two guys, Jacob and Bbandz, what about Game of NFTs? It's on the second round, is it right now? Bbandz, have you had any interaction or anything? Probably not if you're too busy here.
Game of NFTs, that's one of the things where it's like, I look at it, I read the title of it, seems legitimate, I click OK. Like, to be honest, like, I don't know what goes on in there. I don't know, if anything productive comes out, but like, I've heard that things productive do come out of it, and I assume it's just kind of a developer thing that gets run and is overall beneficial. So I'm supportive of it,
All right, but you haven't been experimenting with it. That's what I was trying to get at. I didn't know if you, because I know some people have been, but you haven't because you've been too busy, right?
Oh, so in general, like it's the same thing with like the NFT, like staking, like a bunch. I only hop on stuff right away if I think it needs to be done. Like first mover advantage matters sometimes. I don't think it matters all the time. Like if I hop on Game of NFTs like right away, I like try to see what I can do with it in the future. Doesn't matter. Everyone's gonna be using it. So like it's not something I care to be I never care to be using the new product first unless there is a very clear advantage to be using it first. And I don't think there is in this case.
Jacob, have you had any interaction? I know, because I know some devs are like pretty hard on it, pretty heavy into it, yeah? Jacob, you had anything? Or because you've been launching a collection as well, so you might have been too busy, yeah?
Yeah, so you mean about Interchain NFT, right?
Correct, yeah. ICS 721s with the ARC protocol.
No, I haven't had any interaction with them. I read a couple articles about them. Yeah, so I haven't done that much into them. But I'm looking forward to the launch, though. Let's see what happens.
When I think for it to be successful, like they need to get a big project to use it, because like, maybe me and Jacob don't represent the majority, right? But like right now, I think it's more of like a developer's wet dream, whereas like most creators aren't even like looking twice at it.
But I also do think that it could be a big deal for Cosmos in the long run, because if you want to be like the interoperable Cosmos ecosystem that I want to be, about like when you do marketing, in a sense, you want to showcase like something, even if like that's not the whole thing. So be able to transfer NFT between chains might be like a great marketing tool for like Stargaze to use to bring Ethereum people into the Cosmos. So like just to bring novel use case, because before IBC we didn't have osmosis, we didn't have all this cool tech we're using right now. So maybe the IBC opened the gate for new interaction in the whole Cosmos ecosystem. So that's how I see it. I see like more as a way to build new things, like to build IBC. The way I see it, I see more as like a way for dev or like project to build IBC native DApp or the product. Because when I like most DApp will like focus more on one chain, but I see more as like you build on top of IBC, so you're able to use all the chain in the Cosmos more as like an app store. Like you use that thing from that chain to build like a super DApp. So that's what I see for IBC NFTs.
I agree long term. I think they need like a fire starter though, because like I forget, there's like a saying, right? But like you make something great, but if no one like knows about it, no one uses it, like no one cares. Like I think Bbandz, if you can speak one more time, has Skellies even taken a thought at this?
I don't think so. I'm not going to speak for them, but I don't think so, Bbandz, from what I remember. I think they've been too busy with the migration, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But like Right, but like you guys haven't looked at it like at all, have you, Bbandz?
No.
And also,
And I think that's really important because I know EJ and he doesn't think in months. He thinks, he's long term. And the fact that like if you want a good indication, are major projects considering this? Are they looking at it? And if Skellies isn't like looking at it, that should be a sign to tell you right now that like right now the creators as a whole are not looking at it. So like if people want to see that take off, these interchain NFTs, it can't just be a great technology. They need a flagship collection to commit to like releasing this when it comes out.
Bobby,
I think.
do you not think they need a use case? Like, I'm listening, you're talking about like the collection, but is it the collection or is it like the fucking actual use case of what you want to do that would be the most relevant? Like,
I actually like, I think it's less about that. Because like the biggest collections right now, if you try to like recruit a project to the Cosmos that's not here, like people don't like moving chains. It's it's like a cult like thing. You have to start fresh in a new thing. Like every project that moved to Polygon, their workload as a team probably increased by over 3x because now they gotta go meet everyone in Polygon. They gotta hop on all these new spaces. They gotta work and meet these new projects. So like I don't think it's just going to inherently bring new projects here. So you need projects that kind of have a format that's most likely already here that can utilize it, and you need them to be able to, I guess, make it popular.
Yeah, so for the way I think it works for IBC NFT, you don't have to enable your collection for it to work. It just works, I think, right out of the box. The same way you use a token swap or token like let's say Juno to transfer it from Juno to Stargaze. The same way I think it works. So you don't have to like a collection. It to be like my collection is interchain NFT. So I don't think that's the way it's gonna work. If you own an NFT, you can just transfer it the same way you do for a token. And also for us, like since we are launching a collection on Juno, we might not have that liquidity in Juno, right? So I'm looking forward to launch. So in the future, people or anybody who own the collection be able to trade or everything like that on Stargaze. So it's kind of like when I would say Juno liquidity in a sense to Stargaze, but that's how I see it for now. But I don't really know like the full user case, but I do think like as of right now, if you launch a collection, let's say you launch an NFT platform on Osmosis. If you can build that if you want, but you're not gonna have that much liquidity. But you want to be based in Osmosis, so you can have the Osmosis user like the name of like I launched on Osmosis, so I launched on Juno. So I feel like with that said, like the people on my NFT be like, I want to transfer it to Stargaze, traded it, but I just know my roots is from Juno. That's how I see it first, but I don't know yet where it's gonna go. But yeah.
Well,
I just don't think it's not at that stage yet where it's ready to be pumped for like normal users and shit. Like if you started that now, it would completely fizzle out by the time anything coherent was able to be utilized. I just don't think it's like at that stage yet.
Well, and so like I think DAO is probably like the best use case for it. But when you come to, is there a project that can utilize this? Games are not it, and here's why. Like, so right now, like if it's a game anyway, like it can't be interchain. It doesn't work. The reason it doesn't work is because if you make a game and you're an NFT project, you need to have a whitelist of contracts that are allowed in the game. Otherwise, anyone can just throw their own NFTs into the game. So like if the changing of tokens from chain to chain is creating new contract addresses, it's going to break how things load into the game. And any project that does not have this system implemented isn't going to stay around very long without implementing the system, because then they don't really have control of what goes into the game itself. So like DAO, where it's like voting and like a governance thing, if that can handle and understand when that collection changes chains or like an NFT changes chains. I think that's like a better use case. But when it comes from like an outside perspective of like you just need a project with the right utility, I would be curious like what would fit in that format that doesn't fit better as just being on its own chain.
Oh, Bonzi's always bringing the heat, isn't he? He's always bringing the fucking facts, this kid, man. I love it. I absolutely love it.
All right, you want a use case? I'll give you one use case real quick, okay? Musical chair NFTs. They're chairs. Every time you bridge them, you run the risk of that chair exploding and you lose your NFT. But if it doesn't, then you get entered for some Ponzi raffle or some shit. I don't know. Musical chair NFTs. There's your use case. Thank you.
Wow. That sounds like a normal day on fucking Pancake Swap, doesn't it? The one thing we'd thought of for these cross-chain NFTs, and especially because we're so big on fucking DAO, etc., like the 10 of 10 collection that we want to drop on Omni, and we're up to 3, 4, or tomorrow 420. Well, tomorrow for me, 2 days time for you guys. Like we imagined like getting a hardcore crew of followers, right, listeners, attendees, to collect all 10, and then let's say like if we can like burn them and then cross-chain them over to DAO and create an NFT that's like your passport to the membership DAO. Because Finn, we've been talking about these passports for a while, right? This is happening, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you were going to ghost me there. Jesus, don't do that, brother. How do you get the passport in the hands of the right people? How do you make sure that the interest in creative stuff, the fun stuff that you want to do, that you've got the right engaged people in? Like that to me was a perfect example of, well, Game of NFTs is starting now. They've got 3 rounds. They've just applied for the funding for round 2. So we're still, a good few months away, whatever. We've got plenty of time to be able to get like these individual wallets, the 10 NFTs. Then we just grab the data. We know exactly which wallet's got them in, right? If we can, if the facility's there, if the tech's there, we're not devs, but if we can use the tech, it will be ideal to like take those 10 and say, right, you've got to burn them to get your membership, right? For the sub-DAO, the membership sub-DAO, yeah? Something like that, gamified, Finn. Does that make sense?
So
yeah, it's something I was thinking about the other day, because every like Discord server you go in, there's like a lot of different people, but you always see like the same group of homies, like I'm sure everybody experiences that in their own kind of like bubbles that they're in. But that's kind of how like, all right, these people that keep coming back, like we get a lot of listeners on these shows, but there is always noticeably the same group of core people that come back to listen or interact or whatever. Those are the people. And now you just need to figure out, how to utilize the tools to get that into their hands. And I think exactly what we're doing here, doing them through the spaces, either the word or whatever, how you've been minting those popes on OmniFlix. And then, just figuring out, okay, now what's the best way to get that? And even like, what are you trying to do? Like I said in the group chat, not everything has to be a DAO. I know, I'm sorry, Jake. I said it. DAOs are dope, but like not everything has to be a DAO. Sometimes stuff can just be art and be fun for the sake of being fun, But if you want to make it a DAO, then I would say, all right, what does this group all have in common? What do they share? What are their real core passions? And then create a DAO around that and let the group create something. I don't know what that is, but music or a movie or an animation, whatever, memes. I mean, fuck, could be anything you want.
Well, I mean, on that point, Finn, we often take these segues, and it's often based on how the conversations unfold and what people mention. I know this is primarily NFTs, but they are releasing an NFT collection, and it is kind of from like a bit of a meme. Ryan DAO, Finn, over on Enterprise, we've seen some massive traction there, and I believe they're releasing that.
First of all, bro,
right?
Put a little respect on the name. It's Lion DAO, and we've named the DAO the Pride. All right, because lions roll in a pride. Yes, there will be a pride parade.
So
eventually.
why? Wait a minute. Why can't I get my roar off of Coogee I just bought some Roar on Kuji because I didn't get no airdrop.
Funny you say that, Bbandz, because I
it?
actually spent the first 2 hours of my morning walking about 8 people through the same steps over and over. So hit me up. I will. Yeah, it was just one after another.
Was it that really hard? Was it that hard?
Yeah, some people just, you got your 12 o'clock flashers. You know what I mean? Like some people they struggle with the tech. The tech's hard sometimes, right? Especially new tech.
I figured the bridge would be just fine, but I was having some issues. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it works. But like if you have an old station wallet, if you click the receive button and you only see Mars and Terra in there, it's not going to work. You got to delete that wallet, re-import your seed phrase, then click receive. Then you'll see all the chains, and then it'll work. And that 9 times out of 10, that's what people were having the issue with earlier. But yeah, no, what he's doing with that is super dope. And I hope to someday see some like enterprise DAO collabs, because obviously I'm like split here.
Well, I went on for the first time yesterday in advance of this show today, since Finn's been not stopped talking about it. I went on yesterday, and I will say, obviously, we all know the features are very, very limited, but fucking hell, it was fucking responsive. I mean, I was clicking in and out of props, and it was the front end was fucking holding up, but it's very limited in what it can do. I think what we can do with fucking NFT like DAOs on DAO is absolutely insane. 1 second though, Bbandz. I know you're a bit bad. I know you've got a bit of a bad voice, and we'll jump back into this subject. But how's things gone since you've left the Cosmos, Bbandz? How's it going, darling?
I mean, I don't. I have not left the Cosmos because I'm still sitting here right now. I don't know what you mean by that.
I didn't know you'd only had one sale. Ambedo told me you'd only had one sale on Polygon the other day.
Yeah, but also Ambedo didn't realize he had to go back and retract his statement because we were having migrating. We're still migrating, and there's nothing on sale right now.
I'm getting incorrect information. I might have read it wrong. I might have had my glasses on that day or something. But
no, he came back and he was like, "My bad. I didn't realize you guys were still migrating."
Right. How what percentage is migrated over, if you don't mind me asking, darling?
Saber, was it 1360?
It's okay to say fuck you. I mind you asking. Let's talk about something else. You can tell him that. No, it's okay.
I don't mind. I don't have anything to mind. I just kind of like want to make sure it was that I said the right amount that got migrated. Hold on. I'm not crying, I swear.
All right, bath time.
I'm gonna cry.
Bath time's done. I believe EJ said last was like 1,560. But
yeah, that's the one.
He has to.
That's how many's migrated over?
Yeah.
1,000? Wow, okay. So congratulations.
The thing too is that the way we're doing it is you have to send your Skellies to Polygon. You have to include your Polygon wallet address in the memo, and then EJ actually has to go on the back end and confirm each transaction just to make sure they all get in the correct wallet and they're all proper. Finn, you're laughing, whatever. But yeah, so it was taking a little bit.
It's all manual. That whole thing is all manual. Yeah. Jesus Christ almighty. Is that AJ up here? Yeah. Hello, AJ.
No, it's not all manual. I chose for it to be that way because I wanted to double check everything. So we have had 1,600 right around there, a little over migrate. So, or bridge, not migrate. So
that's not bad, mind.
Yeah,
that's sure really, really good. Yeah.
2,000 to 2,500 probably. I know I haven't, and some of the others haven't migrated any NFTs either. We're trying to make sure everyone else gets over smoothly. But, once again, it's, you said something about one sale, and it's really, you got to understand, a lot of people migrate are the whales, the big holders. They're not looking to try to flip their NFTs. They're going to be over there for the staking and everything we're using. So that's more of why they're going over there. But yeah, there's a lot happening. And Polygon, we're not trying to burn up secondary and get everything. There's two ways to look at it. Flipping or selling is also a negative thing if you're moving your OGs over. and all of a sudden your holders are all starting to, try to sell everything off, because I know floor price is even more expensive on Polygon. So I don't, we're going to have a sales event with other projects next week, but we haven't pushed anything out because we wanted to focus our energy on, the people that are bridging over. But
I was only being tongue-in-cheek, EJ. I was only being tongue-in-cheek there with it because, Ambedo, he's right Asian.
Oh, yeah, Robo.
Wait,
He's being
tongue-in-cheek
now that he knows now that he was wrong. He's like, hold on, this crow doesn't taste very good. Hold on.
Eat my
Let
crud,
me finish.
bro. Eat my
Let me
crud.
finish my story quickly. Let me finish. With tongue in cheek, you know why? Because Ambedo was like, I'm keeping mine on Stargaze. Hopefully, everybody will migrate, and the Stargaze ones will rise in value. Your man Ambedo's trying to scam the industry again.
And you know what's funny? Ambito's not going to get any of the staking rewards or any elixirs or anything if he keeps his stuff on there.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
at the end of the day, a penny's a penny, right?
Yeah.
I also kind of like to imagine it. Did you guys ever see like the Fire Festival? I imagine like this bridge and everyone's like bringing their NFTs over and they're ready to have this party and they get on the other side of the bridge and it's just like the Fire Festival, just all like fucked up and like Lords of the Fliesy and shit. And then you like turn around to leave and you're like, fuck, I don't have any more gas. I can't leave. I'm stuck here. Fuck. That's what I like to imagine. But that being said, thanks for the reminder. I probably should at some point migrate mine so I don't miss out on these staking rewards.
So, talking about that, EJ, what percentage have you got staked right now out of what's migrated?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you get rubbed, did you?
I'm driving back from walking my pups.
I just wondered what percentage has been staked.
The staking we haven't rolled out until this Friday, because we want to focus on getting everyone bridged because people have an attention span of a goldfish. So we had staking live when we first deployed the contract. And then we had a block height issue. But staking was working perfectly fine. But this time I told the dev, I said, let's just wait until I don't want to spread you too thin. And that's kind of the biggest thing is we don't want to spread the dev too thin because if something was going to happen on the bridge and staking at the same time, it would have been a nightmare. So it'll go, hopefully we'll just turn it on Friday. But right now people are getting soft staking rewards for the boosted NFTs. But yeah, so they got soft staking rewards and then those will be added to their accumulated on the dashboard when we go live on Friday, if all goes as planned. So then they'll be able to have that reflected on their metadata. So like if you're staking, the amount of Starlace you've occurred will reflect on the metadata and when you sell it. So you could have like a common NFT, but have been staking longer. So that is something that you can, in a sense, you can use to your advantage if you know what you're doing. But yeah, that's how that's all going. There's one step at a time because people can't unwrap too much at once.
And dude, very quickly on this subject, before we move on, you wouldn't change anything, would you not? The way you've done it, like every step of the way, you wouldn't change anything, or would you go back and make adjustments?
We haven't really done anything wrong. I mean, you don't know what you're doing until, you don't know what you do wrong until you do anything. And I don't think we've done, we're testing uncharted waters, right? Like that's what we're doing. And I think the biggest pushback we got was from like the Cosmos Maxis, right? The people that cry about everything. They're the people that are also the ones in your Discord every day. They say one thing and then the next day they're saying something else, right? Like it's the same people because they also don't know the tools that we're building for Stargaze on the back end. So they can all talk and talk and talk, but I guarantee that just like it's the same situation, I bring it up to the team it's the same exact situation with the Backbone Labs, from Skeleton Punks. No one wanted anything to do with what JG and those guys are building. But now that they're producing something that Stargaze can benefit from, all of a sudden they all love it, right? So people just are patient and they can trust the process. And you're not worried to fail. You're not worried to fuck up, right? That's how you're going to figure out what's right and what's wrong. But if you're so worried and tied to one chain or to one mindset, you're only going to go so far, and you're going to hold yourself back. So, in my opinion, I don't look at anything wrong. Now, maybe I could have done a better way of telling people like this isn't. First, people thought like you had to migrate, but it's an optional bridge, right? You don't have to bridge. You can do what Bbandz doing. That's not that's not a bad idea. Keep some on Stargaze and see how that does. Maybe the Stargaze ones perform better than Polygon. Maybe they don't. But also, the NFTs on Stargaze get airdrop elixirs. The ones on Polygon don't. But the ones on Polygon get staking rewards, and the ones on Stargaze don't. So you have to know which side of the coin you're playing, or if you have enough Skellies, you can play both sides of the coin. But that's kind of, it's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong, a lot of stress, and I think anything worth doing never comes easy. And the journey is what makes the whole damn thing worth it in the end. When you look back and you can finally look back when everything is going well, and you're just like, damn, like you just remember those nights of testing and testing and testing, and then when you go live, something goes wrong, or it's just a never-ending process. And anyone that's a founder or in crypto, they know that, and you guys know what I'm talking about. The journey is what makes anything worth it. And if you aren't addicted to the journey, then you're only going to go so far. Like that's kind of how.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you've turned up tonight. We were missing you, brother. I'm fucking so glad you've turned up. I'll tell you, EJ, he's a fucking classic, isn't he? Those motherfuckers over at NFT Switch, JJ and them, man, they're fucking shipping the. Is it the Necromancer, Finn? What are you in, Finn? Is that where your skeleton punks are with those guys? Is it?
Bro, you know what? Don't even talk to me about my fucking skeleton punks right now. I have one more
Finn,
day.
Where's the yield?
Listen, motherfucker. He knows. He brings this up on purpose.
Where's the yield coming from, Finn? Finn, are you the yield?
He does. He likes.
I'm the yield today. Listen, shush. I have one more day, and then I'll get my skeleton punks back. Okay? I had to. Well, I didn't have to. The PTSD in me made me unstake them for fear of some repercussions from using certain D apps, because I like to roll in the underground. And so
what's that? Wait a minute.
I can't even say anymore. Let him finish. No, I can't even say anymore. That's it. That's it. So I unstaked them. I made a new wallet. I unstaked them, and I got one more day, and then I'll have them back, and then I'll have my raw yield back again.
Oh, he's talking about redacted. He's talking about redacted money. Oh, the wallet
Jesus
that you...
Christ. Now we have to delete this. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Okay, let's call them RM. So basically, you've interacted with RM. Now your wallet's tainted.
Allegedly. Yes, perhaps. Allegedly.
Wait, what's
possibly
RM? What's RM?
Might have interacted with. It doesn't matter because it's not there anymore, so you couldn't find it if you tried. It just says forbidden now. Sorry. But they will find a new chain, and they'll probably deal with the same shit there. I mean, who knows? It's tough right now. Hopefully that little talking to that Gary got calmed him down a little bit, knocked him down a peg. I know if I got talked to like that by a gentleman in a bow tie, I would definitely rethink some of my life choices. So, I mean, who knows? Anything's possible at this point. But tomorrow all will be well again, and I'll have my Skellies, and I'll restake them, and then I will continue to get my rewards. We're also calling the raw rewards. They're rewards. So,
Bbandz, what did you want to ask Finn about? He's breaking of the law. What?
Alleged.
No,
I know. Gary. No, calm down, Gary. Calm down. He said allegedly. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't know what he's talking about. Like, I'm not asking about any law breaking or anything. I just want to see my reward that I purchased on Kuji in my fucking Terra wallet. That's all. I don't care about nothing else. You bought
raw. Oh my God, you are the fucking exit liquidity, aren't you?
Bbandz. He specifically said not to. Oh my God. This is the problem. This is why we can't have nice things.
Listen,
we tell you not to buy something, and what do?
Doing shit, trying to fucking keep up with what the fuck's going on, and then all of a sudden, next thing I know, you guys are screaming about roar and fucking roar.
I should unstake my 10 bill, and I should dump it all over your faces, 5 Luna at a time, because the liquidity is a little thin sometimes.
I'm so
just to
sad.
teach you a lesson.
Take my
but I'm not that guy.
$5, bro. Have my $5. You can have it.
Hey,
Keep
that
it.
$5 is like 50 now.
Finn actually fucking dances around the shower with the fucking hairbrush, don't you? Singing fucking Raw by Katy Perry in the shower, Finn. I know what you like, don't you? You got that towel between your legs, haven't you? In the mirror.
Girl, and I liked it.
Did you guys listen to the Lion DAO 101 intro? I think
Not
I might
yet.
have gave some people some heart attacks with that one. That's all I'm going to say. But take a listen. Turn it up real loud with your headphones on. No, don't do that, actually. Turn it down slightly lower than you would normally listen to it, but have headphones on.
It's quite ironic, right? Listen, and this is supposed to be an NFT show, and we've got bloody Jacob and Bonzi and AJ. We've got these big brains. We should be talking to these
you
people.
have Lex's. Who's Lex? You have the name Lex in the fucking title. I don't even know who Lex is. I don't see a Lex in here. So
being ghosted.
Okay.
Being ghosted. I reckon something's come up though. We signal ghost us at the last minute as well. See, you've put me up.
Had to do his hair. I got to rearrange my sock drawer. Sorry, guys. I had an interview with Joe. Sorry.
Quickly, because they both got NFT collections out, or in fact, like Don had one out, I believe. Right. Why is Ryan Dow went supersonic, and Don Dow's just like trudging along in the background like some autistic retard?
Easy. Because Mr. Line is a goddamn professional, and Don is a fucking pleb. He's like the pleb's pleb. He's your favorite pleb's favorite pleb. He's such a fucking pleb, that guy. That's why.
Dude, did you see him at the conference last week? I thought it looked like his mother had dressed him, last week at the conference. You see him?
She does. He probably let Joe dress him while they were out.
Bro, you had a T-shirt on like a Candy Rock. I'm like a T.
No. Listen,
what the fuck?
Shut your mouth with the Joe. Fucking Joe knows how to dress. He came looking smooth as a fucking cocktail. Okay, I'm just.
Joe knows how to dance too. If you
he's dancing is horrendous.
If you go to the OmniFlix marketplace, oh my god, that is the most cringy fucking NFT I've seen in a minute.
Someone put that on fucking OmniFlix for 25 atom or something. I'm like, come on.
I'm trying to understand how, I was part of the same exact group, but I'm in none of the pictures. It's crazy. The craziest thing. I ain't never seen nothing like it before.
Right. Can we remember we've got guests and esteemed people in the audience, and can we get back to some level of professionalism? Bbandz.
Yeah. Lex, please tell us about your next project, Lex.
No, he was a moderator.
Professionalism.
Right. Bbandz, NFT NYC, worth it for the industry, or just a waste of time where y'all go for a piss up?
No, it was definitely worth it. There was a lot of communication, a lot of people that I met and I got to talk to and stuff. Even though I didn't actually go to the event, I went to the side events and stuff. I got to meet a lot of people and set up interviews and just listen to very intelligent people. So it was definitely worth it, on top of having an amazing time. I don't know. It was just
okay, can you say that again, but not crying this time?
And I'm gonna fly over to wherever you are. I'm gonna find you, okay? We'll find you.
He's in Portland.
We'll have a cry. We'll have a cry.
He's in Portland. He's on the street in a tent.
Portland.
Since Dor went to prison, he's in a fucking tent on the streets of Portland. The Portland hippie.
Find me out there, out banging my bucket and fucking rapping about all the plebs I see.
3 weeks and he'll have less teeth than me.
Yo, Finn, if I find you, I'll tip you. I swear. I swear to God, I won't make you sing without getting
Come on.
tipped.
Let's get serious. Wait a minute, because we've got people here. They're not fucking around, Bonzi would try to touch on some topics. We didn't have a full panel tonight, so you guys have been ultra supportive. Thank you very much, and thank you, AJ, for joining us. Bonzi, was there any other because you always got the fucking heat, the chili. Was there anything else that's been getting on your tits? Anything that's been grinding your balls, or are you cool this week?
Not. I don't have too much. I guess the biggest thing is, I don't know what day it is, but sometime this week, the tokenomics changes for Stargate should be coming out. Yeah, the only thing I could think of that like goes off on that, and I commented this to the team before, but like Sunny from Osmosis, he's trying to like he wants to like redo the prop for like Osmosis, like their tokenomics thing, to make it just like overly perfectionate, and like I really hate that personally. That's the only thing I could think of. Like it wasn't like down to the minute of when things would change, and like they're thinking about like redoing like code and the prop to like make everything go off on chain and stuff. I just think it's like overkill. It's like, dude, just as long as it does what it needs to do, like why put in the extra effort?
Oh, the tokenomics war. I like the fucking sound of that. That's a bit of action creeping in there, isn't there?
They're like some dude called the next that our tokenomics sucked. We gotta really like fix this, you guys. We are fucked.
Why doesn't like every project just like hire Eric to come in and like fucking sort the tokenomics out for them before they even start? It would be much easier, right, Finn?
I don't know. The neck.
Dude, I really don't think it's like that. I see Graphene in here, so I'm gonna bring up what I told her. I was like, why was the tokenomics conversation not like a one day like sit down and fix it sort of deal? Like so many people want things like in this goddamn spreadsheet with tabs and tabs and tabs, but it's just like doesn't need to be perfect, because no matter what you do, it ain't gonna be perfect. You know like how it needs to be fixed. So just do the simple thing that fixes 95% of the things without worry and takes no time or resources, instead of spending like months trying to find the perfect plan. Like the Osmosis one, apparently they had been talking about that since like October or November of 22. And I'm sorry if like the guy that worked on it is like someone I should be aware of, but what a bad job. Like actually though, nothing should take that long. It's a standard analysis that should have been able to be done within a week by one guy with a relevant background.
I mean, it turns out divvying up a pile of money is a lot harder than it looks. I guess I don't fucking know.
I only bring this up because I do think it's relevant. I literally worked for a consulting firm where all I did for 5 years was forecasting and like ad hoc analysis, like cost benefit. What do you do? The job that they're looking at, those numbers, it doesn't matter how many numbers there are, because a lot of things in that little sheet that you adjust is just a double click to autofill the formula down, and then like it's a very simple analysis. It doesn't matter how many fucking factors there are, because you know what they are. It's not like he's trying to figure out, well, what happens if we do this and there's 5 unknown variables. They control every single fucking variable other than volume, so it doesn't matter. Like it, I don't know. I have a grip with it because from like an accounting and forecasting standpoint, it's a very simple job. Doesn't matter how many numbers are involved because they know everything but volume.
Fucking 90 minutes and Bbandz here enters the chat. Ooh, the spice. Finn, Bbandz, AJ, Jacob, anybody?
Quick, can you repeat the question again? Because I was...
It wasn't a question. It was. It wasn't exactly a question. Jesus, Sunnyside's just laying the fucking law down. Like, oh my goodness.
Dude, my biggest complaint in the space is how slow things move on things that have no reason to move slow. So, like, that's the only reason I take such a grip with that.
All right, so Sunnyside, I'm gonna need you to repeat it again.
Long story
No. I think I know where it's coming from. Sunnyside, are you complaining? Like not complaining, but like you think things can just move a lot fucking faster, right?
Yeah, dude. I think so many things have like moved incredibly slow that could have like moved within like a few days or a week, but like I don't know which part of the process is like hard for it to get through, but like there's so many things where as long as you like just don't like, as long as you're okay with accepting like a small margin of error, you can like eliminate over 95% of the processing time and creation time for some of these changes that would make a lot of people happy and make them happy very quickly.
Million percent, Sunnyside, and that's what we realized very quickly with our DAO, the RAC FM DAO, is that like we need sub DAOs that have like authorship or whatever, where, you know, one sub DAO can, like Ambedo, yeah, can take care of the artwork, right? And the minting of the NFTs and blah, 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 yeah. Finn can have the production DAO. Bruce and Brasco can run the membership DAO. I'm doing the stake and sub DAO. Like, why do we want to go to a full fucking governance vote of everybody just to fucking claim stake and rewards or restake them? It's like, it's ridiculous.
There's
like
only like 8 of us.
6, darling. 6.
Even better.
5 after.
Well, no, you never vote, yeah, man. We have to bloody cattle prod you to vote, didn't we?
No, you don't. I've been busy lately. You freaking sent me one message in fucking 35 seconds as that shit is done. Don't even start with me.
She's got no voice and she's still schooling Robo. My goodness. Finn, you're back. Did we lose you there, bro?
Yeah. You imagine her just running around New York being like, hold on, guys, I got to stop and do this governance vote real quick. No, I know. I'm getting yelled at. Hold on. Like, come on.
Actually, that actually is kind of true. Like, I stopped and I was talking with Shane from Stargaze, and he was talking about the life after mint. And I was like, all right, you gave me FOMO. And while he was there, I bought like a couple NFTs. Like, it just kind of like is what it is.
Did you buy him from some dude that had him in a jacket? He was like, opened up the jacket. He's like, what you want? Don't thumbs down that Sabrestein. How dare you? That was good. Come on.
I was like, you know what? I want a rare. Like
fucking Joe. Wait a minute. What the fuck did Joe do? He changed his name to fucking Mint Like Joe because he got number 1. I'm like, oh, you absolute gigapleb. Oh my goodness me, Joe. Come on, rein it in, will you? His fucking head's massive now, right?
He was never.
I read too. He was blocked 5 minutes after by /like-mo.
/like-mo. Oh,
That's what I read. It's just what I read. Thank you.
Joe does the interview and then Mint's number 1. No smell there, Joe.
Could you imagine Joe, Mint Like Joe, doing an interview with /like-mo? Oh my God, that would be the best show. We got to make that happen.
For fuck's sake. Don't even talk about Mo, man, after that space he did with Jack Zamtlin. When I asked Jack, I'm like, do you agree with this shit? And he's like, well, you know, these influencers, you know, and I'm like, fucking shellfluencers. And then Mo's like, like the boy was having how many lines? Like, I was in the taxi going in the city. I must have counted like 15 fucking lines in like 25 minutes or something. Sniff like more. Jesus. This is supposed to be NFT. Can we get back on the subject, please, people?
I don't know. You need to get a hold. I don't know about your moderating skills right now, Robo.
Poor EJ walked into this. He must be thinking, Jesus, if I give my...
No, he knows me. He knows
If I give my Tuesday night up for this, you know?
EJ, how you doing?
I want to know what friends you're making on Polygon. Because I've seen Angel Alliance over there doing all the spaces with Polygon money over there now. They're sniffing all over that, right? Isn't it?
Oh,
now the Juno money's gone out the back door, sorry. Have you been making any friends over on Matic, have you? Sorry,
yes,
Finn.
Actually, lots of friends. I've made lots of but I was already hanging out with them before the Cosmos. I just kind of like kept doing what I was doing.
Which communities have been like really welcoming to you over there? Anybody like reached out and be like, "Oh, hello, best friend forever now," like, or what?
The chill, no shill people, the hype cartel. They've been really nice. And the chill and no shill people have been really nice too. And so has Shantastic's community for the Gen K. Super nice. And Metavixens, they've been freaking awesome. But they're on Ethereum, my bad. Oops, I messed up.
So how many collaborations have the Rec Gang, the Trippy Wolves, and that offered you so far? They must have offered you at least about 10 collabs, have they? You've been over there like what, 3 days, 4 days or something?
Nobody gives me fucking collabs. I just hang out and I'm just watching what everybody else is doing. The Chads give each other collabs, like they fucking go to.
No,
each
that's
other
clever
like,
though. I see what he did there. Hey, this isn't Rec Dogs, all right? Come on. This isn't Owl Fees, all right? Calm down.
Hey, Berserker swaps a phone number and he's in the Discord like, oh, we've got a new collab, boys. He's fucking rubbing his hands together like, come on.
Free mint. Not financial advice. Free mint, dude.
Free mint.
You should see him. Like he brings the triangle. He's like, dinner time, and they all come running. Sir, I need more free mints for mi familia. So
I saw Bbandz crying like online. How do I claim me fucking 200 stars? How do I get me 200 stars? She was foaming, wasn't she? For that 200 stars.
Listen, I wasn't foaming. I was like, I want it. But then they were like, not for you because you don't have a Rec Wolf. You just have a Rec Bull. Everybody hates on the fucking Rec Bulls. I mean, they're just as good.
I wonder why. I mean, they're better now that you can get them on Talus and whatnot. But,
what do you mean? But why do you wonder why? Is it because they're on Juno? Like, what the fuck do you wonder?
No, it has nothing to do with Juno. It's because look where they launched it first. And Mint DAO did, like, that shit was legit, but then putting them over on fucking Loop when that shit was going down, not the greatest move. If I was that consultant, I would have advised against it.
Who told him? Who told him to do that? I want to meet that person. That's the person I want to meet. Who was
Probably
like,
Kevin.
this is a good idea.
Right, it was that Oni fucker. He's like, no, these guys are good. Give them money. Give them $2 million so I can have some.
Can I be honest though about those bulls? Like, I've never seen a more fucking plebtastic looking NFT. Like, when you look at them, the longer you stare at your bull, the more you think, what the fuck did I spend that like $35 on? Like, what was I doing with my life at that time?
And you fuckers wonder why I kept all mine in the barns. See? Scroll down your
Wait a
scroll.
minute. So, because I have a question. So, you still have a bunch in barns, or you haven't opened any?
I have never opened one. All the bulls I have, I got off the fucking floor for dirt ass cheap because nobody cares about them.
So, how many barns do you have?
I got a few. You looking
Like,
for a
how
barn?
many?
How
many?
Know, get
Like, how
around.
many?
You looking for one? How many you need? What you need?
I am just asking for a
100 a
number.
pop. I'll give you 3 for
brother,
250.
please shut up.
100 pop. Let's go.
No, I mean, how many you got?
I got a few.
So,
I mean, you can literally go on terraspaces.org/donate, grab the Juno wallet address, and go fucking look. I honestly, I don't know how many I have.
I was being lazy as fuck, and I figured you could just tell me since you had the information over
I am also being lazy as fuck. Nope.
So we need to ask the question again. Like, well, not again, but I did ask about this with DeFi the other week. We are fucking seeing capital move to fucking meme coins again. If anyone's been following like Pepe or what's happening now, are we going to see? Are we got a downturn in NFTs yet, or are we still good? I keep asking this every other fucking week, like, but I'm gonna keep asking so I don't get rugged. Like, are we good or what?
I'm waiting for my cummies bag to pump. So as soon as my cummies bag pumps, you know it's on again.
What bag? What was that? I didn't even know if I heard that right.
Cummies, cum rocket, cummies. You heard it right. Don't make me say it again. Come on.
Is that an NFT collection or something?
No, bro. It's something you find in an old sock drawer.
It was one of the few. No, listen though. Listen. It was one of the few that utilized the simp energy properly early on, and it made it to primetime TV on some stupid talk shows. So, I mean, there's that. It pumped a whole bunch. Obviously, it went down with all the other shit coins because it's called fucking cum rocket. But hey, that's the season we were in, you know?
Is that what was kicking around the same time as like Safe Moon or something, was it?
Yep.
Right.
Before? No, after. Because Safe Moon was the one the contracts all got forked from originally, I thought.
Right. Well, let's find out off our calls, because we did ask them the other week, though. NFTs, though, still a safe harbour. Can we say that? Like the blue chips, still a safe harbour, EJ? Can we declare that for the audience if they're unsure and they're thinking about cashing in, paper handing, or what?
I don't think Saber would allow me to give financial advice.
Give us financial advice, EJ, please.
Tabor,
Lord.
give him permission because you're the bad cop. Where you at?
No, I mean, I think
no, EJ. It's an easy question for you, EJ. Meme coins, could they take any liquidity out of the NFT market? There you go. Yes or no?
Oh yeah, always can.
Fuck. Now I'm worried.
I'd say yes.
Now I'm worried.
Yes, but not our market. Not yet.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree exactly with that. It's always yes, but specific markets. But I mean, let's be real. I mean, the one I've heard of the coin that Finn was talking about, so I can totally relate to the first time I heard that. I was like, wait, what? But there's hundreds of thousands of those every other week, it seems like.
Right. So there's no danger of like Huahua or Chihuahua chain, whatever you call it. There's no danger of Huahua draining all the fucking stargazers like liquidity, no?
Well, I mean, that's different. I feel like that's different. That's a meme chain versus what these others are, which are just meme shit coins. All right. So like, let's just have that separation here. Okay.
Bro, I got told to buy Pepe last week, beginning of last week. Someone was like, Robo in the DMs, get into Pepe now, I'm telling you. And I'm like, oh, dude, fuck off. I looked at the contracts on CoinMarketCap and I was like, Uniswap, but I think there's 2 WETH contracts in a USDT. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm not going over there for that shit. Yeah, Robo, 6x. Fucking
well,
6x.
People said to buy Trump NFTs. And you know what? We laughed at that too. And then you know what? They fucking pumped. So
hey,
here we are.
Hey, listen, we got a chance for season 2. Season 2's coming out. I mean, we could hop upon the Trump train. Choo choo.
Didn't Shroot do that last night? I've just listened to the Cosmos Spaces because I don't go in live these days. I have to listen to replay. Didn't Shroot just do that with who was it again? The beginning of the Nebulous. Was it Nebulous, Finn? Yeah, the show they've just done.
No, I don't.
Talks.
I just
I saw Nebulous, whatever it is. Shroot talks about the Donald Trump NFTs. Yeah. He flipped the first one and then he bought in the second one sold out, right?
No fucking clue.
Oh yeah, the Trump second collection sold out. It had just sold out by about an hour or something when he was monitoring it last night.
God damn.
All right, he bought the first collection and all. I'll tell you what, for a kid who got wrecked, for a kid who got like triple wrecked on Luna, Voyager, and Celsius. Fuck, he's had some comeback, that kid, I'll tell you.
Robo.
A hat trick.
Even though he's not my mate, I'll give credit where credit's due. He's not my mate, I'm fine with him. It's up to him. Yes, darling.
Can I have the co-host?
Oh, babe, sorry, darling. I thought you were up there earlier. Were you not like that?
No, I want to be able to mute people and shit and bring people up too.
You want to mute me, don't you? Fucking hell, you would
No, I can't. You're the host. But if I could, I would.
I did try to invite everybody up. I tried to invite your brother, your brother Chris, yeah?
Yo, did you see that picture? Yo, we look like family.
Another brother from a different mother. I loved it. It was fantastic. Hey, Bbandz, after what you learned last week in NFT NYC, you've got, the guys up here. Any questions for them about anything to do with like NFTs or anything? Like, anything that's going on, you can ask these guys right now. Barefaced honesty, we've got.
She was the one. Hold up. She was the one that was at the party. She should be telling us the shit, not the other way around. What all kind of back alley deals did y'all get into?
How nice is Shane? Is Shane really nice? He looks really nice, Shane. Like,
oh my God, Shane is an angel. He's like the nicest.
Oh, he's got a lovely face, hasn't he?
Rizby is my fucking, like, I want to go to a rave with Rizby, like straight up. I'm like dying to party with Rizby.
He's mad him.
Oh my God, he's just.
Did you listen on Monday, darling? We missed you on Monday. Oh, we wanted you with Rizby on Monday, doll.
I know I felt like some serious FOMO, but like Monday was a really bad day. Like it was like a million times worse. I like couldn't even my husband was in fucking heaven and I couldn't even talk. I couldn't say nothing.
Did Andrew take it easy
quiet
on you? Did Andrew, did he make you a muffin in the morning or something with some loads of butter on and that? Did he take care of you, man?
He just was like, don't talk.
Oh, don't talk. So no change, just like normal every day, yeah?
He was just like, don't talk. You just rested, don't talk.
Right, well, Jacob's been to a crypto conference. I don't know if Finn has, but I want to find out from Bonzi and EJ, crypto conferences. And I've been really talking about this since Sheldon talked about East Denver, when he was like, look, Cosmoverse was a joke, everyone's on the piss. At East Denver, at least people were fucking working. And I think kind of like Jake reiterated the thing about East Denver being like uber productive. These conferences, EJ, have you been to any, yes or no, dude?
I have never been to a conference, so I don't know.
Would you go?
I've never, yeah.
Would you go?
If there was something productive that was going to come out of it, I just don't have time to go sit around and watch people drink and party if that's what it's going to be. So
it wasn't like that, EJ. It wasn't like that.
Oh, no, I'm not saying New York was. I'm saying Cosmos Verse or whatever. It sounded like there's a lot of partying, but that I don't know. I mean, if I'm going, I'm wanting to just get to meet people that I've talked to Spaces for years, on Spaces, and if that ain't happening, I'm probably not going. I mean, and you'll see that you can ask Bbandz or anyone. I'm pretty like business oriented. And maybe I'm too serious all the time, but that's the only reason I would go.
No, yeah, I like that, dude. I like that.
Don't fuck around. He's not into like.
We got to get EJ out there and like just get him to just break loose and blow off a little steam. I think you would enjoy that.
I bet you EJ would have a couple of roofies and he'd be fucking body popping all over the place. He'd be doing the worm through the middle of the conference hall at like 11:30 a.m. in the morning.
Yo, nobody better hurt EJ, like straight up. Like nobody better put nothing in his drink. I will fuck somebody up. Don't you do that to that poor man.
I get what EJ is talking about. I think I would struggle to separate the two, like the business from the entertainment. Honest to God, I would go to a conference for pure just the entertainment. But then I would go to be like, if it was something I was really interested in, to be pure serious, not like you, Bbandz.
But here's the thing, though. Like, you have, like, opportunities in between the hanging out that you're actually talking to people and, like, seeing what they're doing before everyone's fucking, like, wasted. I'm just saying, like, you have the opportunity in the beginning of the day to do all that. I'm just.
So you got a small window from people being hungover. No, I was kidding.
You got till like 2:00. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely was. I mean, even my wife saw like some interviews of people down and like that were at the conferences, and she was like, "Is this what you were going to go to?" And I said, "Yeah, that was it." I think Robin from Peloton was there or something. But yeah, I mean, just little things like that. And those definitely, when you listen to it, were a little more serious. And I don't think people were out in the crowd throwing back shots.
Well, we're being joined by your man, Jake Hartnell, because nobody loves a fucking conference more than him, right?
What? Let me tell you something. You know who invited Jake? After you gave me the co-host, I gave Jake a, "Hey, bae." And he said, "What's up, bae?" And now he's up here.
I invited him earlier, but he's fucking ghosting me.
No. Well, that's you. It came from me, so it was a little different. Hi, Jake. How are you?
Yo, what's up? How's it going? I love listening to you guys. This is great. It's great fucking content.
It's a bit fucking bonkers. Hey, Jake, tell us, bro, because nobody loves a fucking conference more than Jake Hartnell, I'll tell you. Mate, are some of them like proper work, and the ones where you're like, this is bullshit, I'm just going to go on this sesh for like 3 fucking days, and you don't even take your laptop, right? Like, you're going to Nebula, I bet that's dead serious. East Denver, dead serious, right? But some of them are just piss-ups,
East Denver is opposite of dead serious. It is serious partying with nerds. That's what it is.
So fucking Sheldon's lying to us, Bbandz.
I mean, in Colorado, like mushrooms are basically like legal now. So, yeah, it's serious partying with nerds, but some really great stuff like happens with that, and you get like access to like these really kind of unique opportunities.
That's where all like the cool cutting edge ideas come out. Like everybody doses up, and then it's like just constant like brainstorm session. I mean, you got to have the setting for that shit, but like.
Everyone's there to like work hard, play hard, and it's business, but after certain hours, like memories are made, you know, connections are made. It's great.
It's like a mullet. It's business in the front, it's party in the back. They get shit done. They let loose a little. That's it.
Can we all be honest here though? Now we've got Jake in the room. Can we just say something that we're all thinking? Fucking dude, please put so much work into fucking what you can do with NFTs, Jake. Because like, man, I love fucking DAO and it's our home and we want to build our empire there. But man, we've got to have some fucking bulk like mint functions and we've got to be able to like build some memberships and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's on it. We're on it. We're fucking on it. Like, gonna happen. I love
bro, your team is so cool. Honestly, your team, since I've been interacting with them, they're fucking amazing, your team. Like,
well, thank you. I did really love listening to you guys talking about interchain NFTs. I kind of agreed with all the points. I think it'll be interesting to see what like sort of the standout collection is. I kind of don't think we're going to see that for a while. I think the more like the use case is just going to be super boring. It's like you mint an NFT on like Terra or you mint an NFT on Juno and you want to list it on the Stargaze marketplace. Like that's going to be like the MVP use case for interchain NFTs. You know what? I think that's fine. I don't know when we're going to see like kind of more creative kind of like interchain games that you might play with these kinds of things. I have a feeling that's going to be a little ways away, but you know, kind of like the first use case for IBC was really Osmosis, where you would IBC your tokens over to Osmosis to swap them. I think we're going to see a similar thing with kind of like interchain NFTs, where it's really going to be the only reason you IBC your NFT is like to swap it.
Yeah, but you got to have that before you do anything else, right? I mean, that's just basic foundation. I agree, so like it has to get done. It's just boring for everybody like while it's getting done, but yeah, it's very necessary that gets done well.
I think it was you, like we shouldn't like hype this shit up too much because it's not like it's gonna unlock like a ton of like fucking new experiences like right off the bat, you know. But I am still like really fucking excited for it. Like it's still really fucking cool, and I think it will get used a lot. And I think for that, just that one use case of being able to like trade your NFTs cross chain, that's probably like good enough for like the first 6 months. And then I would be curious to see like how like various collections like kind of push the boundaries of what's possible. But I kind of think that we're not going to really see that stuff for like another like 6 months to a year, like until after it launches.
One, look at the time frame between like just basic Stargaze NFTs and then what Bernie did with Pixel Wizards. And like to me, that just kind of stands out as like something that kind of breaks away from the norm and did something different, did something no one else was doing. So I feel like we're going to see that with this as well. There's going to be like this lull where everyone's doing the same thing, kind of getting a feel for it. And then all of a sudden somebody eats some mushrooms and they're like, holy fuck, check this out. And then like that next idea or that next iteration, you know, gets created.
Yeah, exactly.
Jake, quickly, Polytone. Is Polytone only going to be like applicable for like fungible tokens, or will there be some like avenues to exploit non-fungible tokens in there, or what?
Polytone works with everything. So Polytone is actually how we're building Stargaze outposts. Polytone is actually like real. You know how you've been hearing about this thing called interchain accounts for ages, but you've never actually used it except to like stake your tokens on Stride. Like the only thing you ever used it for was just staking on one blockchain. Polytone's going to change that, and we're going to actively change that. And I think interchain accounts are going to be real in about a month in a big way. So Polytone is just general purpose. It's interchain accounts done right, and they actually fucking work. So
yeah,
I found out last night. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I can't wait to use it for down. You know, I'm excited. It's gonna be super awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it's developed by like Juno and the DAO team. So obviously, DAOs and Juno are gonna get like first access to it, but it's gonna power Stargaze outposts. We're talking with the Osmosis team. It's gonna basically be deployed on all the chains people really care about. And it's going to actually unlock like real interchain composability like we've always talked about. So I'm super fucking stoked for it. Like, yeah. But it's going to be really cool. You will finally be able to have a DAO on DAO, and then like LP or treasury on Osmosis, or like list NFTs for sale on Stargaze. It's happening. It's fucking happening. It's like way too long.
It's like, when is this coming out again?
Probably like a month. Contracts are done. They're just being audited right now. And then like it's kind of like the highest priority for us at DAO is to like ship these really awesome like interchain accounts features so that you can manage your liquidity positions or like list your NFTs for sales on different blockchain.
Yeah, like for our DAO, we can't wait to use it for like staking and stuff like that, like distributed the rewards to holders. And also,
you can do cross-chain staking and stuff too.
Yeah, and also like let's say Cosmos Space on Atom, when they start doing the push to the active sets, be able to like do a campaign and like stake with them. So I'm excited about all these things, like helping small validator and all. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited, and you guys are doing great. I love the team that. Like on Discord, you guys are always supportive and like helping other people. So it's amazing. Like when I go to other party, like, nope, be quiet, don't do anything. But you guys like always on point. So I like that. Even though like for a project here, like some bad turnout and stuff, but I'm excited to be building on Juno, and all I'm gonna keep doing, like move the noise out and like keep focusing on like building and like trying my best to provide something useful for like the Juno community. But I'm excited.
I just want to tell you something about Jacob. Meeting him in IRL is exactly the person that you have met on Twitter Spaces. He's kind, respectful, cuddly. Like, I just want everybody to know that real quick before we move on to like next subject. He's just the nicest person.
Thank you, Bbandz. I appreciate it. Like it was a fun time meeting all of you guys. I'm so happy to finally be able to put a face in the PFP events. That was like the best time ever, you know.
Can I just I know like this is NFT based, but this is like something that's been bugging me for a while. We've got the best DAO tooling, in my opinion, in the entire industry. And our plebs like Enterprise are trying to catch up, but like they're way off the mark, like up to now, right? But you know what we're missing? We're missing gaming. And by gaming, I mean like these real like big gaming like programs, right? Where you've got guilds.
On that. I don't think that.
What do you want? You want?
Off. I think the people
you want like Minesweeper.
No, Jake.
Listen,
Jake, what I mean is,
don't interrupt Jake. Jake is trying to talk right now.
Finn interrupted him, not me.
Sir, continue.
I think the people at Enterprise have like understood like community, and it's really interesting to like watch them approach things from a different angle. Like, obviously, I think DAO is better DAO contracts, but not everything is being technical. I think that there's a lot of people, or there's a lot of things DAOs on Juno can learn from what's happening in Enterprise in terms of like how you go about building community and all that stuff, you know? So I wouldn't discount it for a second. Actually, I think it's great. I would love to collab more with them. And like, you know, with Polytone, we're going to have like some real awesome like integrations. And I think it could be really sick. But I just want to give them credit.
Are you working with Lion DAO or like the Terra DAO and stuff?
No, but you know, I watch it and I have to, you know, say those people are great at fucking building community. And that's what these things are about at the end of the day. Whether you're doing NFTs or DAOs, it's all about just like building like a core community. And there's lots you can learn from the Terra community with that. They're really good at it. So.
Can I tell you about a dream I had the other night? I woke up and I was all sweaty and stuff, but I had this dream that I had the Enterprise interface on the DAO contracts and everything worked and we created an empire. And that was my dream. Thank you. And the steps you're missing, you just need to create a token, add a little liquidity, and then tell people not to buy it, and then just watch it flow.
Robo, you're not supposed to raise your hand as the host.
Look at this pleb host.
Sorry, I was waiting for Queen Bee.
Cringe.
All right, finish your original point.
I was waiting for Queen Bee. Jake, you know what I feel's missing? Gaming guilds, like, which are huge. Like, if you go and look on Ethereum, etc., and a couple other places, right? Some of these gaming guilds are fucking phenomenal. And the way that they run and like the way that they've got like the land and the metaverse and the way like it's like rented out and like how people like come in and rent, like like DAO, sub-DAOs for gaming guilds, for me, like a key, but we haven't got any fucking games. Like, can someone not make like a proper game that can utilize like sub-DAO, so like we can start to see how this might pan out in the future? Because it's there, but people are not utilizing it.
You know,
in my
oh my
opinion.
God, like an Oregon Trail.
What you want, like a text-based, like RPG? You want like net?
No, man. You know what I'm talking about? No,
Can
I'm
we
talking
get
about
net hack on fucking DAO. That would be so dope.
You know what I mean, though. If you go and look at like some of these like guilds, dude, they're massive. Like there's big like organizations have been like buying up these NFTs that they're renting out, and like if you look at like the Philippines and Indonesia and Vietnam and Indonesia, where like these kids are like playing for their fucking living these days, right? Like gaming guilds are enormous, and it's the one thing that like. So you've got Highlander pushing up the records, you've got us dropping the raps and the podcast NFTs. There's all of this like culture building, but there's a lack of like games that can utilize the DAO technology in one form or another. I hope Gelato actually might do it with Beast and what those guys are going to do. Yeah.
Am I the only one that doesn't know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not into gaming.
No.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
You don't know what gaming guilds are.
Listen,
what?
did you start
Bro,
the sentence in your head, Robo, before you said the rest out loud?
Wait, you didn't know what did I say?
Hey
I've been up all night.
guys.
I haven't slept, by the way.
You guys want to join my guild? No, we don't, dude.
It's gonna be so cool, guys. Listen to good gaming guild, okay? We're gonna have
listen, darling, you're not Liz the Diz. Bbandz, don't pretend you're gonna be Liz the Diz. That was an epic failure, darling. Didn't even try and insult my intelligence.
Listen, you're such a fucking hater. Don't even start with me, okay?
Hey, literally, darling, I've been up all night. I passed the magic window, you know, the magic window.
Yep.
Circadian law, exactly. There you go. The magic window. If you pass the magic window, you're good, right? But hey, we've got your brother, Bbandz. Your brother from another mother's come up.
Oh,
let's bring him in. Hello, Chris.
It's my cousin. It's my cousin, Bushido. For some
reason,
he's
another brother from a different mother. Hello, Chris.
What's up, guys? How you doing tonight? Sorry, I'm listening at work, so I had to get to a spot where you can hear me, or the freaking speaker would have blown all your ears out.
It's all right. Have you had to punch anyone tonight or not? Have you had to punch anybody, or are you all right?
Nah, it's a pretty chill night tonight. It got cold again in New Jersey, so everyone decided not to come out. So it's going to be a pretty easy night, I think.
Tell you what, that's cold as fucking hard as a fucking coffin nail, that, eh? On the doors, fucking early hours of the morning in Jersey. What a soprano. Love this kid.
Yeah,
hey, you've got
funny.
a better, dude, you got a better jawline than Gins. I love your beard, by the way.
You got to hear it. You got to let him talk real quick.
No, I'm saying last week we were sweating walking through the city. Now this week I need my jacket again, long pants and long shirt at work.
Sorry, Chris. I think I might be getting rugged. I couldn't hear properly there. Like, dude, sorry about that. Dude, I admire your beard. That's a nice fucking beard. That's sharp as fuck. That, like, dude, that's trim.
I've had the same barber since I've been 17. The guy started cutting out his garage and actually had to buy his own shop because the police started to follow people from his house because it looked like drug deals. He'd have like 14 cars out of his house and people just like leaving all day, coming back and forth.
Proper barbershop stuff, right? Oh my goodness. Hey, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it's been a mad show today, hasn't it? Like when you don't get the full panel, it kind of turns into carnage. I have to say though, like Jacob sorry, darling?
It does, but I kind of like the little spice and the like breaks in between the serious conversation. You know what I mean?
Of course, that's what RAC FM's all about, right?
Still just waiting to hear about Lex and his project. I don't know.
You know what you could do here? You know how you can hear about Lex? You go to the Bare Bones episode 25. He was there. You can like fast forward to the end.
Holy fuck, right. Before we go, we asked everybody, Jake, did you get an after the filter? Did you get a free airdrop or did you have to buy one?
Oh, I fucking bought a couple. I love good art. That's a really original NFT project. Cosmos should be proud. Like, it's
nice, isn't it?
It's really good. It's original.
So Jake, where does the hype come from? Where does the hype come from?
NFT projects. I think just originality. Like there's just so many things that are kind of like derivatives or like basically like copy paste of like other stuff with like minor tweaks. No offense, that's fine. I don't care if you make that stuff. But like the stuff that is really, really exciting that you build a scene around is like originality. And it's really cool to see like very original series coming to the cosmos. Fucking stoked.
Jake, I got a quick question.
Do you think that represents like the current mood, like Robo, a little bit of like darkness and a little bit of that?
Robo, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Robo?
Robo, can you hear Bbandz?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I don't know if Robo can.
Fuck, I'm getting rugged. Fuck.
Okay, so I got a quick question. Which ones did you pick? Like I bought a couple off a secondary after like Shane gave me FOMO because he explained what the premise of the project was, and I find it extremely interesting. Which ones did you purchase? I got one with a brassiere and like VR glasses and shit. Like,
I like all the instrumentalists. Like, you know, it's like they're in a band. It's great.
Yes. So those are the ones you got. I like that. Cool. I was just kind of curious, kind of like which ones you kind of like went towards. Like, what was your like? Because they're very like clean. You know what I mean? So you can kind of like pick out what you want.
Yeah, well, I also can't sleep sometimes, so I just like actually minted as soon as the whitelist mint started.
I wish you had gone to NFT NYC. I'm not gonna even lie. That would have been so nice to meet you.
I did get a lot of FOMO. It looked like everyone was having like tons of fun. And I'm just here in San Francisco working on my laptop, so great.
You know, you're right. You're right to have FOMO. We did have a lot of fun, so you have to come next time.
It looks like you guys had a ton of fucking fun, and it was really awesome just seeing like all the Stargaze NFTs and like that really big like NFT NYC like party room. Like holy shit, that was amazing to see. Even just pictures. I wish I was there though.
Next time. There's something going on in September, like mainnet. I was thinking about going to mainnet. Are you guys going to mainnet?
I think it depends if it's like. There's like Cosmoverse in September, and there's a lot of other things too. I might be traveled out. I'm going to Europe for like 2 months this summer, so my girlfriend's gonna hate me. Oh my god.
Yeah, she'll miss you. She'll miss you. Let her miss you.
Well, yeah.
He's going to Istanbul.
It's good for her. Let her miss you.
I thought Jake would boycott Istanbul. I think he'd be like, "Nah, I'm not fucking going there." Thought your man had principles, you know.
I feel like I have to go there to speak.
Just do a Zoom. Just do a Zoom from fucking Syria. Aleppo. Just do a Zoom call.
Live via satellite.
I get it, Jake. I get it. Like, you would have preferred it to be somewhere else, though, yeah. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I would have preferred it to be somewhere else, but you know what? Fuck it. I think Cosmoverse, every time they pick it, you know, I had doubts about last year as well, and it turned out to be fucking awesome. It was great. And so I kind of trust their judgment now, and I'm sure it's going to be great. I've never really been to Istanbul, but I have doubts, but, you know, I had doubts about the last one, and it turned out to be awesome. So those guys know how to organize events, so I trust it's going to be great.
The cool thing about it is as well, it's like Vietnam in the early 2000s, you know, when you go to the bank and you change your money, you get like a shoebox. You know, shoebox, yeah? The banks used to actually, in Vietnam, they used to keep shoeboxes in there because it's like the easiest way to like fill up money rather than like bags, and they used to get the boxes for free. And no shit, dude, you'd go in and you'd change like $150 and they'd put like fucking 3.5 trillion dong in your fucking shoebox. Bro, like, you'd be walking around town with 2 shoeboxes under your arm. That's what the fucking lira will be like soon, right? I think it's still a lira.
I thought the lira's done now. I thought they were done with the lira. I thought it was done.
That what, they got the euro or something, or what?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google that shit, but I thought the lira was done. I saw the lira dollar all over the streets of Istanbul worth nothing. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, I think they are having a lot of problems, but I think it also could be good to go to those kind of places because that's kind of what crypto is for. Like, we can offer better alternatives than the lira. And I think that's cool.
And it's classic when it's like cheap as fuck.
Part of me does wish it was like in like, you know, Berlin or some place like that. But whatever.
But dude, it'll be so cheap, nah? Like, it'll be proper fucking cheap there when you're changing the US dollars, man, into local currency.
Yeah,
Is weed legal over there?
Probably not.
Oh no.
I don't think anything's legal over there, but that's just my impression. I'm gonna have to keep my lifestyle on the down low,
It's a mad place, actually. I was only there when I was a young kid. Like, I think I was last there when I was like 14 in Bodrum or something. But it's quite an interesting like place. I mean, I haven't been to like a lot of the Middle East, but like that's definitely a very interesting place, Turkey. Like the culture, I don't know, very interesting. I enjoy myself, mate. Anyway, right, Bbandz, we lost Finn. We're gonna wind it up, Bbandz, because we're on the time. He's just DM'd me, right?
Mm-hmm.
NFTs. Anybody in the room though? Sunny, you still listening in, dude? Cheers. Jacob, Chris, Sunny, have we got any comments about anything about in the next few weeks before the next show? What we're looking forward to?
Next few weeks. So tokenomics coming up this week. I don't know when the prop will go live. Open edition minter that should be live before within a month. I'm just gonna say within a month. Other things that I can think of, developer royalties are being increased, incentive to builders, so that's another thing. Then for my project itself, SSR is waiting for App Store approval. We got selected for additional approval on 4/13, and we are once again at the mercy of the App Store. Single player rollout should happen within 4 weeks. It could be as low as like 3, but expecting 4 weeks. So that's what I got on my end.
Fucking hell, you don't sound bullish, do you? Fucking Jesus.
I'm hoping for Stargaze Outposts in a month.
Why are you talking to him like that? Robo, you need to stop.
Well, it's not that it's not. So I'm taking like an EMT course, and I put it off way too late. So like I have until the 24th to get through 1,347 page like textbook and like 4 certifications. So like the past like 7-8 days is when I realized I should probably get on this. So like all I've been doing is like reading this textbook and like taking the exams and stuff. And so like I've just been like burnt out lately.
Bbandz thought I was giving you shit. Bbandz, you think I was giving you man shit? Come on, darling.
I'm sorry. Are you going to keep yelling at me? I just got back and I can barely talk right now. I'm going to sit here trying to make my freaking living.
I'm on the microphone and I keep moving. Wait, I'm in the bathroom now. I'm actually taking a pee, like sitting down because I'm in the bathroom. But wait. What? I'm taking a pee. Tell you. But I'm telling you, I'm sitting down. I couldn't hold it in. I've been 2.5 hours nearly. 2.5 hours I've been hanging on, darling. Listen. There you go, that's for Finn. Happy editing, Finn. Wait a minute, though. Bunzy just reminded me of something there. Fucking hell. Right, okay, I'm going to do this, right? I don't give a fuck. It's not recorded. Finn can cut this out. Jake, I caught the back end of a fucking space yesterday, and it's been World War fucking 3 between a certain person and Finn and Terra Spaces. I heard some cunt yesterday, Jake. Listen to this. I'm going to repeat this word for word, right? Jake Hartnell abandoned Stargaze. He walked away from it. He turned his back on the project to go and build DAO. That's what I fucking heard from someone yesterday, mind, Jake. What's your response to that? Did you turn your back on Stargaze and walk away?
I think it's more complicated than that.
Well, I fucking knew it was, dude. That's why it pissed me off that this fucking pleb was talking like that, actually. Right? And he was talking in front of a big audience, like the Rec Gang. It was the Rec Gang Spaces. It wasn't recorded. But I was like, and even they were like, dude, come on, he's built DAO. What you talking about? Like, we're using DAO for.
I'm finding ways to contribute. I think outposts are a really great contribution. I funded a lot of the ICS 721 work. I've been trying to fund open source stuff wherever I can. It's complicated, and I don't really want to like get into it. But I respect people's various different opinions, and that said, I really do want what's best for the network.
Sorry,
like,
bro. I do apologize.
I was even asked to like unbond my stars to like boost the APR, and I did. I did. Like I will like continue to like do things for the network, albeit like less a part of the core team, and that's fine. I think DAO has like forked a lot of, or Stargaze has forked a lot of DAO stuff for Stargaze DAOs, and I think that's also great. So, I'm figuring out how best to contribute, and like I still care about the network. In many ways, I can almost be more effective as like an outsider that's looking to contribute from afar, rather than someone who has to deal with like the day to day, which is why I've been so obsessed and focused on building everything to make interchain NFTs work and make outposts work. I'm sure people will feel strongly many different ways, but I'm still here. I still care.
Do you know, Jake, I'm sorry I sound passionate though. Like when I heard it, I was just a bit fucking angry and a bit pissed off, and I was like, Do you know, like when you want to rip your man's face off, you're just like, you cheeky little cunt, Like,
hey, Robo, can you hear me?
I just got pissed off a little bit, so I'm sorry for mentioning it, but it was public. There was a lot of people there, and like people were like, "Hey, shut your mouth, behave yourself." And this cunt couldn't shut his fucking mouth down. I mean, blood was boiling, Jake.
People are gonna say stuff all the time, and it's okay. In crypto, you have to just build a like really thick skin, and it's like, oftentimes these things are like way more complicated than we really want to. Like, I get it. I do get it. So yeah, I don't know. Just be kind to people, and like people are always gonna say shit, and that's fine. At the end of the day, I still have a large bag of stars, and I want the best for the network, which is why I've like
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Bonzi wants to say something here, I think, Jake. Bonzi?
No. Bbandz is talking, Robo. I don't think you can hear.
Am I getting rugged again? For fuck's sake.
It's okay. I'm glad he's getting rugged. But your response, Jake, shows us that you pee. When you pee, you stand up.
Yeah, I can feel like you don't want Robo. No, so that particular individual, it's difficult. Here's the thing I've noticed is most project creators that I've talked to, they don't interact with this guy. This guy, however, tends to have a voice, but I'm not sure who listens. He clearly has support from somewhere, but I don't really understand it or why. I don't know. I don't know. You can talk to almost any founder of any project, and I mean, their words will likely mimic mine on this. It's unfortunate that he has a voice, is what I'll say.
Lol, is it done?
It's not done.
Okay, cool. I mean,
do it. Yeah, man. Am I back, Bbandz?
People say shit. As a builder in the space, you just have to ignore it. Like the amount of times I've had people like telling me that I'm building the wrong stuff or that we're not building it fast enough. And this is just a part of my entire experience in crypto. You just have to like ignore it and try to focus on what really matters. And I try to be a very behind the scenes player in Stargaze. It's Shane's project, and he's doing a fucking great job. And like, it's really exciting to see the momentum, and like, it's awesome. And so, I still care. I don't care if like some random person or even some influencer is saying otherwise. Like, it's not going to change how I act on things. Like, I have been really excited about Polytone, about ICS 721, because I think that they can make Stargaze like the osmosis for NFT liquidity. And once that's done, I think it will truly like live up to its full potential, which is like the NFT marketplace of the cosmos. I really do believe that. And so, yeah, take that for what you will.
I actually smell a piece of artwork in here. I smell a piece of artwork coming, and I'll talk about it in a minute. Go on, Jacob. Sorry.
I was gonna say something about my project, but if anybody, we're launching next week, Friday. If anybody's interested, Mentos Atlas NFT.
Juno Network?
Yep, on Juno.
Talus or Loop?
It's on Loop. Yep, I know it's on Loop.
Did you just say Loop?
Soon
Why,
it's gonna be on Stargaze, my
And
friend.
soon to be on
it's gonna
Stargaze. Soon to be on Stargaze. Yeah, let's do it.
You said Loop, right? Minting on Loop?
Yeah, minting
I'm
on
really
Loop.
excited about interchain NFTs because it really just allows me to combine the projects I really love, you know? And I think that that's awesome. We need this interchain composability. Like, not every chain needs to have like its own NFT marketplace. Not everyone has to reinvent the wheel. The whole premise of the cosmos of the interchain is that we can like seamlessly compose across all these different blockchains. And if we don't live up to that vision, then what the fuck are we doing? And luckily, I think we're going to live up to that vision. I think we're going to see these things kind of manifested in like the next month or two. I'm stoked.
Also, because I still see graphene here, that one individual, how does he get into some of these gated channels? Like, we need to keep that guy the fuck away from anything important.
Who was that? Graphene, you said?
Yeah, no, starty.stars, co-worker. She's with Stargaze team. I think she knows what I'm talking about, but like, people in the space will get added to channels where like they think they're relevant. There's been like 3 chats I've been invited to where I see this guy sitting there, and oh my god, dude, like he needs to stay the fuck away from anything important. Like that's the best way I can put it. Like anyone who's talked to him and like knows he should not be in charge of or have a say in anything.
Oh, Bbandz, he's fucking bringing the heat right there, isn't he, Bbandz?
Yeah, no, this dude will posture himself publicly in front of me, and then in the DMs he'll ask me to launch on his platform, trying to act nice. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, dude, literally have the same face, public and private, or we're never gonna work together.
Yeah, you should be the same person in all places, whether you're on spaces or in DMs. You should be the same person.
Yeah, Bbandz, isn't there a bit of talk about this Bbandz at the minute about like how people are acting? Like we know about this Bbandz. We've been in these conversations, right, about how people are acting in public, and then exactly what they're doing like behind the scenes, and it's like 2 different people, right?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand it. I'm like, you know, if you send somebody a DM acting like an asshole, you don't think that person's gonna be able to like screenshot it and show everybody who you really are? Like, just be yourself all the time.
Can we? I'll tell you what. Before we finish, because I have just put a quick tweet in the nest. Can you see the nest or not? Up above, Bbandz, can you see? Is there any picture, Jacob?
Jacob put something up on there.
I put it in. Is it not in the nest yet? No. You should be able to see my post in the nest. No.
I don't know. I think you're slacking. I think Atlas DAO. Okay, there you go. There you go. I see
what?
It.
Okay. GX, check the nest out, Chris.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. And what's crazy is he didn't even know he minted that number 1 until I told him. He was like, I thought it just minted the actual number 1. I was like, no, rank number 1, Joe.
Hey, you know, Chris, you could have waffled it to me too, you know? That would have been funny. That would have been great.
Yo, Jacob, you would have took that shit, right? You wouldn't even said nothing. You'd be like, yeah, I'll take that for 50 stars.
I want to give it back to him, but that would be funny.
Holy fuck, I'll take that for 50 stars. Hey, Bbandz, we've got a new speaker up, Bbandz, darling. But we thought this was going to end. Finn's going to go mad.
Starty, we need to have Starty. Like, well, what's he going to go mad about? Like, he's not in there. This is just recording while he's, like, somewhere else doing other
Starty's
things.
come for your voice. Starty's come for your voice, right?
Listen, I'm losing my voice, guys, so I want to apologize that it sounds so terrible. It's coming back. It's a lot better than it was before. How's everybody? How are you, Starty?
Hey, guys. Sorry, I don't know why. I was kind of rugged by Twitter. I missed a part. I heard that Bonsai said something about a guy that shouldn't be on Stargaze channels, and then I just, lost it. So I went to grab my phone, and now I'm a speaker. I don't know. Hey, how are y'all doing today?
Hey, Graphene, you don't need to comment on this. I'm just bitching to you, so then maybe you reference it to I sent you a DM with who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So the thing is, like, I don't think, like, we have gated channels. We have a lot of gated channels, but I don't think, like, we have anything, like, important on those that are open to like other people. We can discuss this later, but yeah.
No, I've just seen them start popping up, and I'm like, dude, this guy is not the guy that should be having a say on anything. So me and Graphene have this, like, group channel open right now, and there's this guy talking about partnership, right? And he's selling these big, beautiful ideas, big money, gonna be the next Epic Games, the next AMD of crypto. We're gonna be Bitcoin. And I'm like, okay, man, like, I don't get, like, you don't have to be a sales guy with me. I'm gonna ask you for details. I'm like, what are you talking about? This dude proceeds to send, I think it was 5 just scribblings on, like, whiteboards and notebooks that were just Venn diagrams. And he's like, do you see the bigger picture? I was like, you have not shared anything useful. I was like, I'm not the guy making the call, but I'm telling you right now, none of this satisfies anything I want to know. Like, you've done a terrible job. And the guy I'm complaining about, he's like, can we get him in there? Like, I was talking to him and he was amped up about it. I was like, of course he was. The dude doesn't know what he's talking about. He's going to love this.
I mean, I better not comment on that.
You're so nice.
Yeah, she doesn't want any of the heat that I go out looking for.
Oh, Bonzi goes looking for the heat, right?
Always. It's the only way you, like, get rid of
So Starty's like a bit of an OG project, right? I've just looked at the TL there, February 2022. Yeah, you joined Twitter, so like.
Oh yeah. I was one of the Genesis projects. I mean, I was chosen by community vote on the second week for Stargaze. So it wasn't on the first week, but on the second one.
She is also a full-time now with the Stargaze team, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. Your accent is beautiful. Like, I was trying, like, I don't know what makes me think you're Chinese. God, I don't know what makes me think you're Chinese, but I'm convinced you're Chinese, right?
Really?
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm not.
No. Wait. Because go on. Tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from, because I had 2 places in mind.
I'm from Brazil.
Yeah. Oh my goodness me. That's okay. That's way off the mark, isn't it? Well, wait. I was like, it's Chinese or the Philippines, right? I was trying to, like, nail that down, but Brazil. Okay. The Portuguese twang might give, like, it might be there. I might have to listen a bit more. My God, how wrong, Bbandz?
Eu falo português. Queres comprar chocolate?
Hey, I was backpacking with 2 Brazilian girls way back in the day. They were the maddest 2 fucking people I've ever met in my life. They were fucking hilarious, honestly. Didn't give a shit about anything. It was great fun.
Really? Okay.
No, seriously, I was backpacking for about like 3.5 weeks with 2 Brazilian girls. Honestly, they were fucking hilarious, man. Like literally just taking the piss out of everybody, fucking drinking with us all night, like good crack. Anyway, welcome, Starty.
Thanks.
I'm still laughing about what Robo said about.
I was listening. I was like, is that a bit? Is it some Chinese in like in that? You know,
so long. He was like so off.
Oh, Bbandz shitting on me all over. This woman doesn't even know me. Now, man, Starty. Normally, I can get accents quite well. I'm like quite decent, but that's my job, you know. But yeah, you fooled me tonight.
Yeah. So one thing is that I actually wanted to like. I am probably off topic now. I wanted to not have an accent so I could speak in English like everyone else, but I guess.
Well, we've talked about this. We've talked about this in Bbandz. I'll actually tell you, accent is not the problem. Everyone's got their own individual accent, and it's the musicality of your voice. A dialect is what changes, like how you actually speak and pronounce words. And that's entirely like your dialect is based off your geographical location. But when like people talk about accent, no, your accent's like your fingerprint. It's your own. It's beautiful. That's why it was so confusing for me, right? Yeah, you with me?
Okay.
Sure, Robo.
It is. Go and look at the difference. Go and look at the difference between accent, dialect, and idiolect, and then come back and talk to me. Like everybody talks about accent, but it's never accent. It's dialect. There's a big difference.
All right.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. My wife has a pretty hardcore Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, she don't fuck around. Yo, I met her. She's awesome.
You're talking to me?
Wife,
You're talking to me? Is that Chris's wife?
Awesome.
You're talking to me?
She don't fuck around. Like, yo, she's awesome. She is who she is. She's strong, and like, I can't wait to like hang out with her again. She's just a fantastic person. I don't know how to describe her. That's all I can say.
I appreciate that, and she said she can't wait too. Once the babies come and we get some time off, we'll definitely plan something else out.
You know what was funny? I looked at her. I was like, "Yo, I can't wait to hang out with you when you're not pregnant."
Chris, is she into the Jersey Wives? Chris, is she into the Jersey Wives or what? You should watch that stuff.
She was born she's from Brooklyn. She was born in Brooklyn. She moved to New Jersey.
So what about the Jersey Shore? Do you just watch that like it's like I don't know, your local entertainment or something or what?
I hate those people.
No, listen, his wife has a master's degree and shit in criminology. She's not fucking watching Jersey Shore bullshit. Like she's
Tony Soprano's fucking psychiatrist, isn't she? She's Tony Soprano's psychiatrist in real life. James Gandolfini's shrink. Oh, bro. Chris knows us well enough by now, Bbandz.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much.
I got you.
There's way too much shit talking over on this channel. I tell you what, though, no shit. I have been up all night. I only had, and it's because of RAC FM and DAO and fucking Jake. I hate you, man. Giving me sleepless nights of planning fucking sub-DAO memberships on my whiteboard and that, man. He turned me into a pleb.
Is that what?
No, Jake's turned me into one of them. Like I've got knee wife. She's left me. I might as well be a fucking virgin again or something. I might as well just adopt cats and kick me fucking dogs out because like.
Wait, what happened to that girl that gave you her number?
Oh, after like 3 or 4 days after I was bad, I didn't dare like go there. Like I told you, I was a bit worried. She was a bit stiff.
Are you? Oh my God!
I know. I'm sorry. Don't do this on the show, Bbandz. Let's keep this offline. I didn't want a girlfriend, man. I didn't want anyone in my life except my dogs. right?
Yeah, but didn't you tell us that during a recorded show?
Thanks for reminding me. I appreciate that one. Man, I'm not used to getting phone numbers, man. It's like the first phone number I've had in 11 years. And you don't know what to do with it. You're like, you go home and you're like, I don't know what to do. Nah, I'll have a break. I'll have a Kit Kat. Anyway, Bbandz, listen, darling, we missed you last night. Yeah. Last night, your time. I hope you get your voice back soon.
Yeah,
oh, we need your Queen.
Back.
Oh, we need Queen Bee, right? No?
Yeah, my voice is like I can do like a paragraph before it goes out, but I just had like a game space, so I was trying to talk the whole time during that, and that was kind of like rough.
You sound like Olivia Twist, don't you?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Please, Olivia Twist. Please, can I have some more?
Can I have some more? If I whisper, then I can talk, and there's no problem at all. But it's like really fucking weird if I talk like this.
Fucking hell, you sounded like Wolfman there. Please don't do that ever again, please, Bbandz. Never do that live on a space, right? That sounded like fucking Wolfman there, and I didn't like that at all. Anyway, let's wrap this shit up, right? Let's thank, though, everyone, first of all, who's been listening. Never mind the fucking speakers. You need to thank the listeners first. I can see Al down there, Mr. Flicks, Ambedo, or the King Ambedo. Jake, have you seen Ambedo's art? Just before we go, quickly, have you seen Ambedo's artwork, Jake, or not? It's kick-ass, right?
Yeah, it's fucking great. Let's fucking go.
Isn't it? There's some bad shit. Jake, we're dropping a rap tomorrow, you know. It's called Imagine the Smell by Finn. Bro.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Where are you minting it?
Bro, shall I put a sample on now? Because this is not recorded and Finn can just want to hear a little sample or not?
Do it.
Bro, it's so good, this. Honestly, I've been... Oh, bro, for days, I've been fucking in hysterics. But Bbandz has been listening as well. Bbandz, what do you think about Finn? Is he talented or not?
Why do I have to answer a question? We all know he's talented. Like, we all know
I know he is. I
mean, he's talented. Like, I listened to his poetry before he was rapping on his show on YouTube, The Jam Hole, the 14 years of his life. That's like on there. He's talented. He's an entertainer.
So, Bbandz, shall we do this, yeah? Shall we just give a little exclusive or not? You'll have to tell me if the audio is good or bad. So, guys, jump on mute 1 second, and then I'm going to ask Bbandz if the audio is okay, yeah?
I'm going to tell you something. When the world starts to get really bad and these mugs out here robbing, you going to love digital currency.
All these motherfuckers. Could you hear that, Bandz, okay or not?
Yes, I said it was good. Continue.
Oh, okay, right, guys, here we go.
Nice. I'm gonna tell you something. When the world starts to get really bad and these mugs out here robbing, you gonna love digital currency.
All these motherfuckers, they be running and gunning, and I'm all like, I'm sitting back just having fun in the sun, and then I'm like 1 out of 100. I'm just building abundance. It's on my everything. We killed her in the last 100 upsets. You getting salty, feeling faulty. You ain't no man. I keep Robo here, grinning idiot, throwing up anarchy, smoking toiletries, spitting philosophies. Look at the dossier. We rack like geology. We're slaves to this shit. Like you said, elementary. All these little onion peels getting torn up and buried. Imagine the smell. That shit is a vital experience. Without knowing how, you will not survive, period.
Oh, I can't give any more.
Yeah,
but
you gotta save it for... It's fucking great. I want to mint the NFT. Let's fucking go.
Bro, it's ready. It's dropping on 420. Mate, we'll send you one. Don't worry, we've got that well sorted. But literally, he's already got the next one virtually done. I can't wait to see where this goes. And I've been, guys, I might sound like a divvy or a fool or whatever, a chav or whatever you want to call, people like me, right? Who just say it like how it is, right? But we build culture. That's all we fucking need to do. People like me, I'm not a fucking dev, I'm a player, but you're either in the dev game and you're pushing it on that front, or you're people like us in the community that's trying to pick up the loose ends and trying to help out the devs, alleviate that shit, right? That's what we need to be fucking doing, us people, man. Just build culture. Everything else will come. Simple fact.
Yeah, totally. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. It's just culture.
And on that note, I think we should end this, Bbandz, after that little taste of Finn. There's more to come, right? Bbandz, what about the toiletries and the toiletries? What do you think about that, Bbandz? Because you know all about this, right? Shall we tell the room?
Tell them.
Well, what did you tell me to do? Did I drop me fucking weed in the toilet, in the piss, Bbandz? And what did you tell me to do? What did you tell me to do, Bbandz?
I said it's a fucking joke, and it's your
No, you didn't.
fault. Yes.
What did you tell me to do, Bbandz?
I told you to strain it out and to rinse it and then to
dry
smoke
it.
Dry it and then smoke it.
And what did I do?
You did it.
And what happened?
You threw up.
I had fucking chunks of turnip coming out me fucking nose at 90 miles an hour. The velocity was insane. Thought I was going to put the window out. I've never puked as much in my fucking life from one hit off a joint. It's still there, you know. I'm going to put it in a glass case and put it on the... do you know those emergencies like on the Titanic when it's like the axe break the glass? I'm going to put it in there for when it's...
Wait a minute. I want to ask the crowd something real quick. Y'all know that like most of the time, about like 95% of the time, I'm joking, right? Like you guys know that, right? If I tell you to go and you drop your weed in the toilet that has your piss in it, and I tell you to strain it out and let it dry and then smoke it, you know I'm joking, right? Like I need some fucking thumbs up.
Hilarious.
I need somebody to say something.
Friends, have a great night. I'm out, but like holy shit, I'm dying. Peace.
So Jake, toiletries or toilet trees, like this is literally like Finn's. Like, my God, the semantics are insane. Take care, Jake. But like, guys, if you think about it, toiletries, like, yeah, Robo got the toilet trees. Never, ever, ever, guys, please, no matter how expensive. I mean, this weed was really expensive. It was like $150. It wasn't a little bit. It was like a quarter or something, right? If you drop it in the piss, just accept that, like, that's it. Just walk away, people.
Why did you think that would be okay? I was like seriously joking.
Oh, because friends were encouraging. Oh, you were like, oh, you live in Thailand. It's so hot. It'll dry out in a day. It'll dry out in 12 hours, Robo. Just pour it outside. Hang it up with your boxer shorts outside. Go on. Thank you, Bbandz.
You're welcome. I'm so glad.
I hope you like the rap. Let's kick this off because Jake's left us. Everybody's leaving. We have to go now. Jacob, did you like the rap from Finn? Yeah, little sample.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't even know Finn could rap like that. That was fire.
Oh, bro, like there's an EP coming.
Omniflix? Is it going to be an Omniflix or
yeah, it's going to be the one-on-one.
But like he has like freaking 5 albums, like 15 songs each. Literally, like.
Well, a lot of people in this room will have never like actually gone to the end of every Terra Spaces. So guys, I'll give you a little bit of alpha. If you actually go to the Terra Spaces, not like the RAC FM ones, they're different. He does the music different. Go and listen to the end. When the Spaces is over, Finn plays like his raps at the end. I don't know how many of you are actually like listen to the tracks on terraspaces.org or Spotify or whatever. But like if you go to the end, like you'll get all of Finn's raps like going back like years. And they're fucking really good. Some of them as well, mind, really fucking good. Like literally this kid could like bang out an album tomorrow and you would all buy it.
Listen, his poetry though is good too. Like it's just straight like listening to him like his poems and shit is fire. You can listen to them on YouTube. They're really good.
Before we go, I really, really want, because I tell you what, he's been an amazing mentor and such a good friend of the whole squad. Bonzi, this is really important to me. You know, this dream that we have and what we're trying to do with these podcast NFTs and then the rap NFTs and that, like, do you believe, Bonzi, like people like plebs like us, we've got a future, like kids that can't code, but we've got other talents. Do you think like us have got a future in like the industry, yeah? Like the NFT industry and content creation, yeah?
I view it very similarly to the way that like what we're doing, right? Like the odds, no matter what, even under the best of circumstances, are like probably well under 5%. But even that considering, the odds are still like 10 to 20x better than like I don't know, like making it in like different areas, right? Like for like us, we're trying to do a game. Almost any real gaming company can outfund us, outmarket us, et cetera, et cetera. But I think like right now, with like the way the market's been, your odds are like much higher to like make a name when things turn around and be a breakout project. That's like the bet we're making. That's what I would assume is a similar bet to what you guys are making. And I personally think that's worth it every time. To do it. Like if you want to, do something you truly like, the odds are still hard to do, but I think, there is a real shot and it's not like a 0% chance. Whereas I think like a lot of things, if you try to do it, are a 0% chance. So that's how I do it.
Cheers, bro. I appreciate the wisdom. And Jacob, from yourself as well. I mean, from everyone who's been up to speak tonight, Bbandz, to be in this particular I will call it a crowd for want of a better word, right? And I am out in the garden if you can hear the birds. I hope you can hear the birds. They're nice. We're blessed, Bbandz, to be in this like crowd of like forward thinkers and positive people, and it's really fucking invigorating. I feel pumped right now after the spaces today, man. I'm so fucking bullish. I know Ambedo's going to be listening to this. He's going to go in. He's like, right, what's fucking next? What's going to happen? Like, we're all like, drive this shit forward. That's it, Bonzi, man. The people that build now or have been building, when we bull 'em, man, like the rewards are going to be insane, yeah? Anyway, fellas, it's about time. I'll tell you what. We've got like 7 calls, and we had 2, and then EJ turned up. So like we've had 3. 8 gentlemen, the 2 of yous, Jacob and Bonzi. I have to say to you, thank you very, very much for supporting the show tonight, man. Yous have been absolute fucking diamonds, yeah. 2 of yous, yeah.
Yeah, no, and I always love hopping up here with you guys too, Robo. Like I think you guys are one of the ones who do the most in the space, like culture-wise. Like I know, like for the culture, like. It's a thing, but like for real though, like these are the ones that keep people interested, engaged. Like they're fun to be a part of.
Well, mate, so many fucking spaces we listen to sound the same, and that's like the fucking weird like one, like when you get the one that sounds a bit like different or it's a bit different crack. You're like, well, this is something a bit fresh, but like it's true. And yeah, I think the 2 of yous have been omnipresent, like literally every week. And so, Jacob, yeah, I have to thank you for that, bro, man. And I wish you like all the best, like success, Jacob, man, with what you got going on at the minute, man. You're really building, yeah. I love it.
Thank you, man. I'm trying. It's a bear market, so all you can do is build and hope for the best. So I mean, like all I'm doing because I care about the community. It's not always about the money for me in a sense. It's always about building something that's sustainable and like ethical, you know what I mean? Like with honesty, it's kind of hard because at the end of the day, anything you're trying to do in crypto, if you're trying to do it the right way, it's not going to be easy. Thank you all for the support, though. I appreciate it. And thank you, Robo, for this space. It's amazing. Glad to be here. Bonzi, if anybody
mate, you good.
haven't checked Bonzi game, you gotta check it out. It's pretty cool. Sunnyside, the first game on Cosmos. After some Stargaze, yeah. So check it out.
Mate, you're good. You know something, Bonzi? Integrity. That's what he's talking about, right? Like integrity rises to the top, and that's what we're starting to fucking see right now. Even the shit Carlo tried to give you the shit, and you're just like pure integrity, rise above it. That's the way to do it, right, kids? Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I say probably the most aggressive things in the space, and like, I don't know. I always tell people like, criticize me where you can, but most people, when I hit at their projects, it's usually true. Like, what are you gonna say back, right?
End
of the show. He's
"Get at
still
me,
rubbish,
bro.
Bbandz.
Get at me." He's like, "Say something, bro. Say something." And no one's like, "Nah, I'm good." Sunnyside's like, "That's what I thought."
People are like, I don't want that heat.
Yeah, no, part of what I wanted to do, part of like what I want to do. I know it can like hurt the the community aspect of like who cares to support us, but like I don't know, I definitely want to make like a name of making sure like the bad projects get called out and stop them where I can for being like traction and leaving a bad taste in everyone's mouths.
Yeah, Sonny, I mean, I know he's gone and he knows we love him like deeply. I didn't speak out the turn there, Bbandz or Sonny or Jacob, Chris, whatever. I didn't speak out the turn about with Jake there. Like what happened yesterday absolutely pissed me right off. And I was biting my tongue. And then the conversation was headed that way and I couldn't help myself. Like, I hope I didn't let myself down, Bbandz.
I think
no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
People shouldn't shit talk behind people's backs. Do it fucking face to fucking face, like, or whatever. Like I'm fucking sick of this shit now. Come on a space, say your piece, right?
Well, Robo, you
He's
hurt
a
my
pleb
feelings,
anyway.
and so I'm saying my piece is shit. How you like me now?
No, just plebs annoy me, and they're going after like more than like one person or something, and it's like I'm starting to get like actually like really like angry right now, and I don't want to be that
What's
person
going
again.
on? Wait, what? I don't even know what's going on. I must have missed it.
I tell you what, the attack on Finn yesterday was really like out of order. Like I thought the choice of language to call like Finn a beggar, like saying he's always begging for money and that, like, and he does nothing, and like. I just thought, bro, I mean, when I found out about it.
Was that Wolfman who said that to him?
Yeah, but he went a lot further than that. I mean, he got kicked out of the Rec Gang Discord. It was that bad.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
He told me in a DM that he's invested more than I have in the space. I was like, I'd love to see like how you figure that.
Bro, I'm going to tell you what it's all over. So he's got the THC business or whatever, or the CBD business, right, or the cannabis products, whatever, in wherever they are in Texas or something like that, right? So he's got the website and they do this 20% discount thing. But I'm glad, great, he got a business, blah, blah. But like, Finn's like $120 for this, are you taking the piss? And like, Finn's not wrong. I mean, in Thailand, I get 2 bottles of twice the strength for 2,500 baht, right? Which is like about $60 or something. Like, literally, I looked on the website and I'm like, who's this mug? Like, he's probably trying to, like, clean out the people that don't know. If you know what I'm talking about, babe. I mean, Bbandz knows. Bbandz knows the score. She knows the drill, right? Yeah.
All I'm saying is that people ask me why I don't talk to Wolfman. And I'm like, I don't have to. I only talk to people I want to talk to.
Because you can't talk that much with that voice. That's why you have to ration. You have to ration, don't you, your voice?
That's it.
But seriously, I mean, go on, Sunnyside.
Yeah, Bbandz has a little. She's behind like a brand too, right? So like a little bit more careful word choicing.
Absolutely. Anyways,
something.
It's a good day.
I'm just gonna say, Bbandz, I've got brothers, I've got sisters. You come after them, you better be careful. Then I'm just that guy. Like, I'll put myself on my brothers and sisters mean more to me than anything. You understand me, darling? Didn't come at our family. Don't. Because you better have something good. Didn't be that, because this is only going to end one way now. Like, your man started something and he can't finish it. It's an A and B conversation. He can see his way right fucking out of it. Unfortunately, he upset the wrong people, Bbandz. You upset the wrong people, darling. Shouldn't do that. Like, you should watch your mouth, right?
Listen, I try to keep the peace, and I try to be like really nice and respect everybody's, space, and say, okay, this is what you want to do, and I'm going to continue doing that. But I want my own space to be respected too. So I only let those that I like in my space, right?
I'm hearing you. Yes, totally agree with you. And on that note, it will be a perfect moment to close this down because actually, guys, we're on the 3 hours, right? This is, though, literally the longest NFT roundtable, and we've had the smallest amount of calls, the key opinion leaders. From RAC FM, wholeheartedly, I would love just to thank like Jacob personally and Bbandz for being again omnipresent, being here. People jump up. Starty, lovely to hear from you. Chris, part of the family. But yeah, Bbandz, I'm so glad you're back. I know you're not back, but you're kind of back. But, you know, we missed you, but we love you. You get it. Anyway, let's finish up, darling, yeah?
Bye!
It's the RAC show coming from the RAC store. British back in the Mac in the back flow. Let's go, chillin' with raccoons by the back door. Take calls so you can stake more. All I wanna do is making dough, right? But I found this crew and doing alright. We RAC will bitch, ready to fight. So many raccoons ready for the boss life. I might fly high like a kite, right? But always ready for a shite for the right price. Raccoon supply has the right price. Giving you respect if it's likewise. So I'm buying all the mean guys with the clean heart. Read between lies, laser beam through lean eyes. Warrior with clean lies, trash mouth, mean smile, be wise. NFT wise, fuck with these guys. It's the RAC rap from the back lab. 100 NFTs in my backpack. Crazy RAC rap from the stash app. RAC will take a lead in this haystack. It's the RAC rap from the back lab. 100 NFTs in my backpack. Crazy RAC back from the stash app. RAC will take a lead in this haystack. Blast that RAC rap from the stash app. Supplying the raccoons with a headbang rap. RAC gang with the RAC will slang like a trash can. Hoodie with fangs and a gold chain. It's either RAC will or the red pill. Best chill while we get into the first meal. Best feel, best devs with the best skill. No shill, all real, secret is a great deal. RAC will insane, Shane better stand fast. Robo shooting his tweets with straight facts. Knowledge from the street, with the best plan yet. Winston gotta eat if you retweet that. Free alpha live feed from the base camp. McKenna always ready if you dare that. Buying all raccoons for his rare stash. Trash panda biker gang, motherfucking hashtag. It's the RAC rap from the back lab. 100 NFTs in my backpack. Crazy RAC rap from the stash app. RAC will take a lead in this haystack. It's the RAC rap from the back lab. 100 NFTs in my backpack. Crazy RAC back from the stash app. RAC will take a lead in this haystack.
TerraSpaces.